Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington football in the state playoffs here on Eagle 100.5 and 1110 AM today. Also on the Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. The video cast is provided today with rights granted by the New Mexico Activities Association and the Lovington Municipal Schools, and purchased by New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium and Brian Urlacher Field. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing today. Dawn Morgan is on assignment, and Brad Henderson unable to make it today, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance for the camera work on the YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. But, hey, that's not what is important today. What is important is the winner of this contest goes on to play for the Big Blue Trophy 1 week from today. The Silver Colts come into town. They are the runners-up from 1 year ago, and matter of fact, they're the team that knocked our Lovington Wildcats out of the playoffs 1 year ago in this round. The semifinal round, that game, of course, was in Silver, but today it is here in Lovington. So how did we get here? Well, last week the Lovington Wildcats absolutely demolished Espanola Valley as a little bit of just a kind of, a little bit of trouble getting going, but then by the end of it, 52-0, the game that ended in the very first offensive setup of the second half. Wyatt Gomez in that game. Fairly pedestrian for him, but it was not the longest game. Again, it ended after only one possession in the second half as Wyatt in that game goes 8 of 14 for 163 yards. He did have 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Those touchdowns coming, 2 of them to DeMarcus Thompson, who only caught 2 balls, and they both went to the end zone for 75 yards. Cesar Gonzalez also was the leading receiver in that game as far as number of catches goes. He had 4 catches for 36 yards, including a touchdown. All told last week, Lovington with 276 total yards. Really just a big game for them. They didn't have just a lot of success on the ground, but when you add it all up, they really kind of did. 113 rushing yards total for the Wildcats, spread out between 5 different rushers, and 3 of those guys who touched the ball in the running game last week did score, including Elijah Rivero, Wyatt Gomez on a quarterback keeper, and Alec Olguin. Wyatt Gomez was actually the leading rusher for the Wildcats 1 week ago, and Wyatt doesn't run the ball just a whole lot, but hey, that's what Coach G does. He likes to add just some extra wrinkles each week into the game. Of course, for the Wildcats, they've come into this one at 8-3 overall on the year. Their 3 losses coming to Roswell High, who will probably be in the 5A championship game. Artesia, pretty good chance they're going to be in the 5A championship game. And Seminole, who's poised to make a big run in the 4A ranks in Texas. So pretty tough schedule for the Lovington Wildcats coming into this one. But the Silver Colts, they are no slouches either. They come in on the season at 9-2. As I mentioned earlier, they are the defending runner-up from 4A last year. They lost in the championship game last year after playing Lovington, and they lost to Bloomfield 13-7. Of course, there's a chance Bloomfield will be waiting on the other side of the bracket. That game getting ready to get underway. The other 4A semifinal from up in Portales today with Bloomfield and Portales. The winner of that game will take on the winner of this game. Now, last week for the Silver Fighting Colts, they knocked off Aztec 28-14 in that ball game to punch their ticket back through to the semifinals. I think it's kind of a rule that Lovington and Silver have to play each other in the playoffs if they're in the same classification, because it seems to happen just about every year, and they seem to kind of trade off. One win, 1 year we'll win it, 1 year they'll win it. Although I think in the overall series, Lovington does have the overall head-to-head record there. Not that it really matters, because every year and every game is really a new game. Silver 9-2 on the year. They are the number 3 team in the seedings when they were released. Their 2 losses coming to Alamogordo, first game of the season, 36-29, and then losing to the defending state champs Bloomfield 28-0 right before they started district. Then they just absolutely stormed through their district ranks. For Lovington today, thing to really worry about as far as Silver goes is shutting down Adin Jaquez. He is their do-everything quarterback, and there's not much he doesn't do. He's their leading rusher. Of course, he throws the ball over the field, the 6'1" quarterback, as really kind of their main weapon, if you will. On the ground, he does most of the running, but he will hand it off to Landon Sandoval, Ezekiel Torres, Diego Luna, Lazarus Madrid, Mateo Montoya, Walter Woodward, and a whole host of others. Those were just the leading rushers. Through the air, his favorite target all season has really been Julian Richard, who has 600 and some odd yards there. Silver averaging over 300 yards a game and about 45 points a game. So their offense can definitely go out and get things done, but so can the Lovington offense. Defensively, it's keeping an eye and at least slowing down Jaquez. Make somebody else beat you. On defense, you've got to do exactly what you did last week. The Wildcats all season long have feasted on turnovers. They are plus 10 in the turnover battle this season, and they got 6 sacks last week, including a couple that wound up being safeties, which was a huge difference in that ball game 1 week ago against Espanola Valley. So the Cats, though, going to have their work cut out for them. There is nobody left in the playoffs that is a pushover. There are no cupcakes left, as they like to say, and really all 4 teams that are left, Lovington, Silver, Portales, and Bloomfield, all of them with a case to be the number 1 team in the state. So going to be exciting today and going to be an exciting matchup for whoever winds up with it 1 week from today. And we certainly hope that the Wildcats are in this one, as the Silver Fighting Colts are moving over into the north end zone, getting their final instructions before they come out onto the field. Lovington still in the Erlacher Fieldhouse and training facility. They'll be coming out in just a few minutes as we prepare to get this one underway. Of course, this is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show, and today on Eagle 100.5 and 1110 AM, not our normal spot on Z94 KZOR, scheduling conflict there, but still on the radio, and of course with the video rights grants that we managed to secure, always on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Please subscribe to that YouTube channel, by the way. We would certainly appreciate that. And we couldn't do this without the help and support of a whole bunch of sponsors who make it possible for us to do the radio and the video thing, including IPS, R360, Norley Hospital District, Lasco Construction, Eunice Pump and Supply, New Mexico Junior College, Stone Oilfield Services, Eastern New Mexico University, Man Welding, Bob Thriftway, Lovington Auto Supply, and the Lovington Schools. Of course, this is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show as the Silver Colts out onto the field. They are wearing the road whites, the all-white unis with the navy blue letters and numbers, and multi-hued hats. They are in the navy blue and white striped helmets for today. For the Lovington Wildcats, getting ready to break through the big Wildcat in the north end zone. They are wearing the home blue jerseys with the white letters and numbers, the white pants with the blue stripe, and the white helmets with Cats in script along the side of the helmet. So the team's getting ready to come out onto the field as the Cats will break through the banner and the big blue inflatable cat and head out onto the field. Good crowd on hand today, as you would expect, here on the home side. Quite a few folks making the long drive up from Silver City, and we know all about that one. Not the easiest drive in the world, but thanks to those folks for making the trip. But if you couldn't make the trip, wherever you are around southeast New Mexico, West Texas, New Mexico, and the world, we appreciate you watching and listening to our coverage of the 2023 NMAA State 4A semifinals. The Cats are moving around into the south end zone. The Wildcats did win the toss, which happened about 15 minutes ago, and they deferred. So they will be on defense first, and I think that's a pretty good thing for the Wildcats. A lot of times this season they have used the defense to get the offense going, and if they can get the offense going early and the defense can continue to do what it's done, it could be a very good day for the Wildcats. But the Silver Colts not going to be a pushover at all. They are going to be out, and they are going to throw everything they've got at Lovington to try and pull the 3-2 upset. Although, like I said earlier, all 4 teams remaining in the 4A ranks with a legitimate claim to being number 1. So, no pushovers left, and should be a good game. As the teams line up and prepare for the national anthem, we will take a timeout, come back, and kick it off. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show on 100.5 FM, 1110 AM, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com. back in 2.5 minutes for the kickoff. Welcome to Lovington Wildcats State Playoff Football on KEJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs, Eagle 100.5. Also today on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Video rights granted by the New Mexico Activities Association and the Lovington Municipal Schools, and purchased by New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon for football from here in Lovington. 65 degrees, a little bit breezy with winds out of the south, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. I'm TJ Miracle, Tiffany V. Stuber in studio engineering and producing, getting ready to kick this one away. The Wildcats will be kicking from the south to the north. That is right to left from my perspective on your radio dial, and I apologize in advance for any shoddy camera work. I am flying solo today. So the Cats will have it teed up at the 40-yard line as Remy Hernandez, the senior place kicker, will prepare to send it away. A couple of Colts back deep, including Julian Richard and Landon Sandoval. They are two of the big offensive weapons for the Fighting Colts. So just about ready to kick this one off from here in Lovington, New Mexico. So Hernandez has it teed up, and Silver is moving everybody up. They think Lovington may try something, but the Cats will boot it away, and Richard will watch it, and it will bounce into the end zone, and will go, whoa, they're going to say it didn't get out of the back of the end zone, so Silver can choose to take this one at the 35-yard line, or they can choose a 5-yard penalty and make Lovington re-kick it. Hernandez angling it towards the sideline, so they're going to have to go over and ask Coach Jerome Ortiz what he wants to do, and it looks like he is sending the offense out, and they're going to move up to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts of Silver City from their own 35-yard line. Welcome to it for a semifinal game. The winner moves on to next Saturday afternoon. The loser will start basketball season. So Anon Jaquez is the quarterback. He will lead his squad out. Silver going to come out. Looks like Jaquez going to get up under center. They do that an awful lot. So Jaquez up under center. Barks it out, sends a man in motion from the left to the right. Hands it off and coming left side, and not a lot of room to run. Fighting his way through and moving the pile a little bit was Lazis Madrid, and he's going to pick up 3 on the carry. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. So 2nd and 7, good stop by the interior defenders for the Wildcats. Leading the way was Valente Herrera. So 2nd down and 7 for the Fighting Colts, just underway. from the 4A semifinals high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Jaquez will send his squad back out. Single receiver left, single receiver right. Deep back behind him this time will be Landon Sandoval. Up under center, Jaquez with it. Back to pass, four-step drop. Pressure comes, flings it down the left sideline, and has a man, is off of the fingertips and into the hands of Edgar Melendez. He is down to the 30-yard line, so there is 15, 25, 35, 33 yards to Martinez as he got some room, and a perfect pass by Jaquez over the coverage of the Wildcats, being provided down the field by Alec Olguin. So it'll be 1st and 10 inside Lovington territory. They will put it at the 32-yard line. Silver football. Jaquez up under center, sends a man in motion from the left to the right. That is Melendez. Hands it off to Sandoval, goes right into the teeth of the defense, and he'll get to the 30-yard line before he is met and stopped. Leading right there was Patrick Sanchez. It'll be a 3-yard gain, as for some reason I can't make the score bug behave. 2nd down and 7. First carry for Sandoval. And they will put the ball at the 30. So a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 for Silver. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. One receiver left, one receiver right. From the far hash mark, Sandoval is the deep back. Jaquez will go into the shotgun formation. Marks it out, has it, high snap, handles it, back to pass, comes near side, has a man, that is Richards at the 20, and he will be stopped immediately and driven backwards, but it'll be a gain of 10 to Julian Richard, and it'll move the chains. 1st down for the Colts, their 2nd of the ball game. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Silver inside the Wildcat red zone, 9.5 minutes to go. Silver very methodical on offense. Lovington playing a little soft on Richard right there. He is the leading receiver by far for the Colts, but they got to him quickly. They'll move up, 17 seconds on the play clock, 9:15 on the game clock for the first quarter. Silver on their opening possession of the ball game. Send a man in motion, that is Richard right to left from the pistol formation. Now they'll put Richard in the backfield. They'll get it, they'll hand it to Sandoval, sweeping to the left side. He's got some room across the 15 and taken down, but not before a pickup of 9 as Alec Olguin will get to him, and it'll wind up being 2nd down and about 1. So 2nd and 1 as Silver just methodically moving the ball down the field on their opening drive of the ball game. So from the far hash mark, 2nd and 1 from the 11. Silver football as they are eating time off the clock too. Single receiver left, single receiver to the right. Jaquez from the shotgun this time. Puts a man in motion. That's Melendez. Now he'll be part of the split backs in the backfield. With it, Jaquez with the look. He comes right side. Steps through one tackle. Gets inside the 5. Down to about the 3 to the 2-yard line before he is brought down. It'll be an 8-yard carry for Jaquez, and it'll move the chains and make it a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for the Silver Colts as they have just picked the Wildcat defense apart methodically here early. Proven why they made it to the state championship game 1 year ago. As the Lovington sideline exhorting the home crowd to get up, get loud. Lovington going to try and make a defensive stand. So 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Silver football. Pardon me, Jaquez sends a man over to the right side into the tight end position. Hand it off, and that one is going to be bobbled in the backfield and nowhere to go as the Cats will stack up Ezekiel Torres and drive him back 2 yards. So it'll be a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 officially. As the Cats had that one sniffed out, Torres with a bit of a bobble. 2nd and goal, and they'll put it at the 4 officially, so officially a loss of 2. So from the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Lovington trying to make a defensive stand as Silver has just methodically moved the ball down the field. Wildcat faithful trying to make a little noise and encourage the defense on. Jaquez up under center, I formation behind him. He goes up under, barks it. Looks to pass, throws it, and incomplete, but flag on the play, and they are going to call pass interference on Jaden Gutierrez as he was on Melendez, but they're going to say a little bit too tight. They might get him for roughing the passer. I would certainly hope not, but we'll wait and see what the call is going to be for sure from the man in the white hat. So I'm probably thinking defensive pass interference, and it will be defensive pass interference. So that'll be half the distance to the goal, and we will replay second down. So that'll make it second and goal from the 2, a 2-yard penalty against the Wildcats. So second and goal from the 2. They're going to come up in a 3-back formation. I'm not sure the last time I saw this anywhere. Jaquez up under center, 3 backs behind him. He'll keep it himself, go over the left guard, and he will push his way into the end zone for the touchdown as Jaquez 2 yards to the house and will give Silver the early 6-0 lead with the point after to come. So Jaquez takes it to the house as now he's exhorting his faithful to get up and make some noise. Silver will send their place kicker out. That'll be Reese White, the junior place kicker. So White going to look to make this a 7-0 ball game out of the hold of Jaquez. Got to be careful. He could run with it, and that'll be blocked as the Cats will get to it and block that one out. So the special teams will keep that from being a 7-0 ball game with 6:28 remaining in the first. Silver 6. Lovington are getting ready for their first offensive possession. Back in a minute here on 100.5 FM and 1110 AM. All right, and I guess we'll just keep it right here and say a big thank you to Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Bob's Thriftway, Man Welding, Stonewall Field Services, Eastern New Mexico University, Eunice Pump and Supply, Glasgow Construction, Norley Hospital District, R360 and IPS. It was a 5-minute, 32-second drive to open the game for Silver, and it resulted in a 2-yard quarterback keeper for Adin Jaquez. The point after was blocked by the Wildcats, as getting to that one was Jaden Bosquez. So now it'll be time for the Cats to try and answer this one as they are down early in this 4A semifinal game. High score of 6-0. So it'll be White to tee it up at the 40 as he will kick it away. White comes to it, and that one will be a squibber. It'll go into a soft spot on the bounce. Lovington will get it to the 30, 35 to the 40 as Cesar Gutierrez will get it, bring it across the 40 and out to the 44-yard line, and that's where it'll be Wildcat football, first down and 10. So the Cats trailing 6-0, but good field position is just a little squib. So let's see where they spot it. It'll be first and 10. Yep, they'll put it at the 40, make it the 43-yard line. So first and 10 from the 43. Wildcat football. Set that down there. Okay. Sorry, still doing a little rearranging up here in the booth today. So Gomez will bring his squad out. It'll be first down and 10. Single back in the backfield with him. They will toss it to DeMarcus Thompson as he will come through. He crosses the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. Kind of a little shovel pass to DeMarcus, as he'll take it up 4, make it 5 yards. So 5 yards to DeMarcus Thompson. Second down and 5. I think that's the first time we've seen that little counter end around all season. So second and 5. Of course, the Cats have been bringing a lot of new wrinkles into things the last couple of weeks, running a lot of things out of the Wildcat. Cameron Ochoa is the deep back, 3 receiver set, twins to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass, Wyatt looks, throws it near side, has Thompson across the 50, and he will step out at the Silver 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Get that one to DeMarcus near side, so new set of downs, and the Cats move it into Colts territory. First and 10, 47-yard line, 46-yard line. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first. Lovington trailing 6-0. Lovington comes out the 3 receiver set from the near sideline. Now they will switch over into the Wildcat. Cameron Ochoa with it, starts it to the left, brings it back to the right, and he's going to cross the 45 and get it down to the 41-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the Wildcat carry for Cameron Ochoa, and it'll be second down and 5. If I can get the score bug to cooperate. So second and 5 for the Wildcats. Just matriculating the ball down the field, kind of doing to Silver what Silver did to them. From the 41-yard line, second down and 5 inside Colt territory. Wildcats will come out, twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Gomez from the shotgun. Actually, that was Thompson from the shotgun, and he will hand it off. And putting the hand down and just moving forward and bursting through the line is Cameron Ochoa. He's going to wind up picking up 3 off of the handoff. So now it'll be third down and 2. Lovington just trying to stay in front of the chains. As Wyatt Gomez will be back out this time, looks like to run the offense. So an important third down and 2. Silver's defense going to try and hold the Cats up right here. Cats want to move the chains and keep control. 4 receiver set this time. Twins left, twins right. Ochoa is on the right shoulder. Wyatt trying the hard count. Didn't get him to jump. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Silver shows blitz. Wyatt with it. No pressure. Throws it underneath. Has it to Gonzalez. Gets away from a man. He's across the 30. A little stutter step to the 25-yard line and brought down right there. But it'll be a pickup of 13 and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Cesar, the 13-yard gain as he beat the first man he saw and then got around Jose Pata, who hangs on for dear life and will wind up bringing him down, but not before a gain of 13. First down for the Cats. From the 21-yard line, first down and 10. Lovington on the march. They're opening possession of the ball game. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Ochoa is the deep back. Wyatt with it. Hand it to Cameron. He goes left side and is tripped up at the 25-yard line. As getting the hand on him was Landon Sandoval, maybe Junior Casals. Well, we've got a flag on the play. That's in the back judge threw that. Don't often get the back judge throwing a holding, so we'll have to see what they call. Now again, don't usually get a hold from the back judge, but I guess maybe we did this time. But they are having a long discussion about it. The officials taking their time. 3:23 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0, Silver in the lead, and a long discussion going on. Come on, guys, what's the discussion here? Should be pretty simple. Can't have an illegal receiver downfield. It was a running play. Maybe an illegal formation, illegal shift, but normally a play like that, you're going to have a hold. So let's see what the white cap calls. And we will have personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Silver, and so it'll be a 15-yard penalty against the Colts, and it'll move the chains. First down for the Wildcats. So the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, the Lovington will have it, as that will move them down all the way to about the 15-yard line. Inside the 15 to the 13. First down and 10 for the Wildcats inside the Silver red zone. 3:20 in a fast-moving first quarter. Lovington comes out, 3 receivers set. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Wyatt with it, fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, under pressure, throws it back across the middle. Has Anson Marquez at the goal line, spins in, and is it? Yes, it is. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, 13 yards to Anson Marquez on the crossing route, and the Wildcats will tie this one up at 6 apiece, the point after to come. As Wyatt rolled out, he was getting backside pressure from the Colts and their lineman. That was David Palomares. But got away from him, and Anson Marquez sprang free coming across the middle and got it, and then he was hit at the goal line and put it in. Caleb Aranda on for the point after. It is up, and it is good. With 3:04 remaining in the first quarter, the Lovington Wildcats will take the 7-6 lead here in the 4A semis. We're back in 1 minute on Eagle 100.5 and HobbsAmerica.com. The Wildcats move the ball down the field and cash in a 13-yard crossing route to Anson Marquez from White Gomez. The point after is good, and Lovington with the 7-6 lead. I'm TJ Miracle and Hernandez to kick it away, and this one will be a high end-over-ender into the wind, and that one will go out of the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback, and Silver will bring it out to their 20-yard line. That's where they will take back over, trailing 7-6. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Tiffany Evie in studio engineering and producing and running the three-ring circus today. Of course, today we are on 100.5 FM, 1110 AM. Scheduling conflict on KZOR. But we're also on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. As always, please subscribe. And on HobbsAmerica.com. Of course, not the only football game involving Lee County teams today. Eunice playing for a state title up in Texaco. Try and get you an update on that one here in just a little while. So Jaquez will come back out. And it'll be Colt football at their own 20. Jaquez from the shotgun sends a man in motion. That is Richard left to right. Jaquez keeps it himself, goes around the left side, has a little room, stutter step at the 20, gets to the sideline to the 30, and will step out of bounds across the 35, out at about the 36-yard line. It'll be 16 yards for Adden Jaquez, and it'll be the fourth first down for Silver. 26 yards on 3 carries for Jaquez. Cats need to work on slowing that young man down. Steps out of bounds, stops the clock, 2:57 to go in the first quarter. 7-6, Lovington in the lead. Jaquez from the shotgun once again. Single back in the backfield with him, I believe is, well, I'll catch the number when I can. Sends Richard in motion. And it'll be a run as Jaquez goes that way, is hit in the backfield and driven out on the design run. Patrick Sanchez coming from the backside, runs him out. And that'll wind up being a loss of about 6 on the play. You know, it is no sack because it was a designed quarterback run. And so it'll be second down and 16. We'll move them back inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Good pursuit there for the Wildcats. As the Colts will try and figure something else out. So second down and 16. Jaquez from the shotgun. Sandoval is the deep back, and a whistle sounds as Coach Gonzalez going to take the timeout. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Lovington leading 7-6 over Silver. We're back in 30 seconds on Eagle 100.5. Back here at Wildcat Stadium after the Lovington timeout, as Coach Gonzalez saw something that he didn't really like, so he takes the timeout. This team up 7-6, 2.5, 2:35 to go in the first quarter. And a 1-point ball game and a 2nd and 16, pardon me, for the Silver Colts. So out of the timeout, Cat defense going to come out. They've made some adjustments. You've got to think that Coach Ortiz has done the same for his Colts. Sandoval is the lone back in the backfield with Jaquez. Lovington going to shift everything over. They're going to look to bring pressure, looks like, over on the right side. They'll put Richard in motion. Jaquez, he'll shift Sandoval over to the left shoulder, whispers something in his ear. Jaquez with it. Steps up in the pocket, has room to run, but is knifed down as Elon Clayton takes him off of his feet as he crosses the 25 out to the 26-yard line. It'll be another loss of 3 on the play. Great coverage for the Wildcats, and that'll bring up third down and 19 for Silver. The Lovington D coming through and doing a magnificent job right there. Put him at the 27, so it's a 2-yard loss officially. Now third down and Humboldt City to go with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Lovington D trying to come up with a big stance. And Richard in motion from the right to the left. He'll set up in the left-hand slot. Jaquez with it. High snap. Handles it. Pressure comes. Lets it go just as he fires. Going down the field. And that one will be picked off at midfield. Climbing the ladder was Cesar Gonzalez. And the INT. Richard was the intended target. but it'll wind up in Cesar Gonzalez's hands. New set of downs, and it'll be Wildcat football from the midfield stripe. Good pressure put on by the Cat defense. And so make it for the Wildcats. Their defense comes up big on that one. Now it'll be for the offense. 1:41 to go in the first. Switch sides right at midfield. Wildcat football going to try and cash in on the turnover. Wyatt with it, fakes the handoff, tosses it out into the flat. That'll come to Thompson. He's got a seam. He's to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Cuts it back and put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. 50 yards. Wyatt Gomez to DeMarcus Thompson. And the Cats cash in on the turnover. Lovington got the bite on the fake handoff to Alec Olgain. Got it to Thompson. He got one block and then made it happen down the field. One play, 50 yards, 20 seconds. And the Cats will go up 13-6 with the point after to come. Now it'll be Aranda on to attempt the extra point. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. With 90 seconds to go in the first quarter, Lovington 14, Silver City 6. We'll be back in 1 minute on Eagle 100.5 and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. A one-play, 50-yard drive. The Cats cash in on the turnover. The point after is good. DeMarcus Thompson, his first touchdown of the afternoon. Second passing touchdown for Wyatt Gomez. 14-6 the score, and the Cats will kick it off. A high end-over-ender that Richard just going to watch go over his head and out the back of the end zone. So Silver will have it. First and 10 from their own 20. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle. Tiffany V. Stuber in studio engineering and producing today. Dawn Morgan on assignment. Brad Anderson unable to join us today. So I apologize in advance for the shoddy camera work. But we're great to have you with us here on 100.5 FM and 1110 AM. Scheduling conflict on KZOR today. So still on the radio. Of course, also on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com, providing you video. The rights granted by the New Mexico Activities Association and purchased by New Walmart Broadcasting. So it'll be Jaquez leading his troops back out. First and 10 from the 20. Split backs in the backfield. Handed off, coming near side is Torres, and he is hit behind the line and dropped as Cameron Ochoa and Kyler Reeves in pursuit of Torres, and he's going to lose a yard on the play. And it'll be second down and 11. So the Colts like to run the football, but haven't had just a whole lot of success. Lovington has really clamped down on their last two possessions. Second down and 11. Under a minute to play now in a fast-moving first quarter. Winner moves on to the state finals 1 week from today. And the loser's season will come to an end. So Jaquez will go from the shotgun. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Four receiver sets. Sandoval is the deep back. Waiting, nobody in motion. Jaquez back to pass. Pressure, throws it across the middle and almost picked off as Marquez almost had that one. Richard, the intended target. That would have been pick six all the way, but it'll be incomplete. Now it'll be third down and 11. Good pressure once again coming from the Wildcats. They're doing it a lot of times with just the front fours. They will often bring a fifth or sixth guy, but It's been the front four bringing the heat and the pressure thus far in the ball game, especially Herrera and Bosquez. So an important third down and 11, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jaquez with it, back to pass, 5-step drop, looks, puts it up in the air, and Richard lays out and will have the ball at the 45-yard line and pops up and points for the first down. Okay, young man, it's just a first down, so that'll be 27 yards to Richard. His second catch of the ball game. And the 5th first down. I'm doing quick math, which is never a good thing. So 1st and 10 for the Silver Colts, and I have a feeling they're just going to let this one run down. Nope, Coach G going to come out. He wants to talk to the officials. I think he's saying that not saying as if maybe he didn't catch that ball or if it was unsportsmanlike with him coming out to do the pointing. Coach G going to back his team up. And they're asking him to reset the play clock and the game clock, rather. So backing him up as they'll reset the game clock to 23 seconds. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Silver Colts. Going to come out in a 3-receiver set left side. Single back in the backfield is Sandoval once again, and they're going to hand it off to Sandoval, and no room to run as he's hit behind the line and brought down. Great pressure coming through for the Wildcats. Elon Clayton and DeMarcus Thompson bringing him down. Pardon me, that was Madrid, his second carry of the ball game. And that will end the first quarter of play. It's Lovington 14, Silver City 6. We're back in 1 minute. Wildcat playoff football continues on Eagle 100.5, 1110 a.m. and HobbsAmerica.com. Change ends of the field and start the second quarter. 2nd down and 11 for the Silver Colts. Lovington leading this one by a score of 14-6. I'm TJ Miracle, Tiff and Evie Stuber running the 3-ring circus back at Eagle 100.5 today. Jaquez will come out, single back in the backfield, trips receivers to the left side. Has it, 3-step drop back, no pressure, steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and yep, we are going to have a pass interference all over that one as Cesar Gonzalez grabbing onto Richard and hanging on. So that'll be the second PI on the Wildcats. Good coverage by Gonzalez. He just reached out and grabbed Richard a little bit before the ball got there, and so obvious pass interference call, and it will be pass interference officially on Lovington. And it will be an automatic first down for Silver. Their 6th first down of the ball game, 2 of them coming via Lovington penalties. So they'll march that one off, 5-10. Yep, that is the 15-yarder. 2 penalties, 20 yards on the Wildcats. They've really played it pretty clean. Silver just 1 penalty for 15 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 inside Wildcat territory from the 39-yard line. New set of downs for Silver. As Jaquez is going to head to the sidelines and get some last-second instructions from the coaching staff. So he'll bring it back over, bring it back out. Play clock down to 14. As Jaquez prepares for it, trips to the left side. 5-step drop, still no pressure. Now pressure comes, lets it fly, wants it all going down, and that one is going to be picked off at the 5-yard line. No, they're going to say incomplete. Alec Olguin advanced in front of Melendez, and thought he had it, but the ref was very quick to say no catch, hit the turf, so it'll be incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Cats have got to work on getting a little more pressure on Jock as he had all day long before his coverage finally broke down. But good pressure by the Wildcats once again once they got to him. Maybe forced Jaquez to throw that one a little quicker than he wanted to, and good coverage downfield for the Cat defenders. So 2nd down and 10, ball at the Wildcat 39. Lovington leading this one by a score of 14-6. 11:45 remaining in the first half. So on 2nd down and 10, trips to the left, single receiver to the right, single back in the backfield with Jaquez. Waits for it in the shotgun formation. Calls for it, has it, pump fake to the right. Now he's pressured, rolls to the right side, looking, fires, and just going to have to throw that one away. Broke the tackle box. So incomplete, and it'll be a 3rd down and 10. Great backside pressure put on by Kyler Reeves. And so now the Cat defense trying to get after the Colt offense, and especially adding Jaquez. So 3rd down and 10 from the Wildcat 39-yard line. 11:37 to go here in the first half. Lovington leads by 8, 14-6. As the defense chance starts from the home side here at Wildcat Stadium. Jaquez from the shotgun. Waits on it, trips to the near side from the far hash mark. Calls it out, has what he wants. Looks at it, rolls near side. He's just going to try and take it, run it himself, but he's going to have to go down. Great coverage provided by DeMarcus Thompson. He was looking to throw it, and it'll be a loss of 3 on the play, and we will put that one in as a sack because he wanted to let it fly. And it'll be 4th down and 13. Decision time for Coach Ortiz and his Colts. Looks like he may send the punt unit out, but I'm not sure that's what they're going to want to do, but it is what looks like they're going to do. They're going to try and pin the Cats back deep as Ezekiel Torres is the punter, so he'll set back up at his own 45. Jaden Gutierrez puts his heels on his own 10-yard line. Good snap. Cats come after it. Torres gets to it, pops it up in the air. Going to the far side, and they're just going to let that one bounce and go into the end zone. So it'll be a 43-yard punt, 42-yard punt, but it'll come out to the 20. So a 20-yard net on that one, 21-yard net, but we've got a penalty on the play. Are they going to call roughing the kicker? We got a flag right at the 50-yard line. Silver indicates they think it's roughing the kicker. If it is roughing the kicker and it's the personal foul variety and not just touching the kicker. So let's see, is Coach Ortiz getting an explanation from the Whitecap. If it's the personal foul version of roughing the kicker, it'd be 1st down for Silver, keeping a drive alive. If it's just running into the kicker, then it'd be 5 yards, and he'd have to do 4th down again. Coach G has got his hands on his hips, not looking happy. And it'll be, I think that's just, he didn't signal the personal foul. Yep, so it'll just be the 5-yard variety, running into the kicker. So it'll be replay 4th down. So it'll be 4th down and 8 now for Silver as the running into the kicker penalty, not the personal foul roughing the kicker call. And Silver going to come out, and they are going to bring the offense out on this one. Trips to the right side, single receiver to the left on a 4th down and 8 after the Lovington running into the kicker penalty. Jaquez with a single back in the backfield with him. Waits for it, has it. Pressure comes, steps up in the pocket, gets away from 1, gets away from 2, and is tripped up at the 35-yard line as getting the shoestring out there. Nice play by Jaden Boakskes. That kept Jaquez from going a long way. He gets 4 on the play, but it'll go over on downs, and Lovington will have it 1st down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. So the Wildcat D holding. So now Gomez will bring his squad back out, and the Cats will look to build on a 14-6 lead with 10:40 remaining in the first half. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan on assignment this afternoon. Brad Henderson unable to make it today too. Tiffany Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Lovington going to bunch 3 receivers on the near side, single receiver to the left. Now they're going to split Gomez out wide to the left. They'll pitch it. Coming out of the backfield, Ochoa on the sweep. He's across the 40, makes contact across the 45, puts his head down, and is near the 50-yard line. It'll be a 15-yard gain, but we've got a late flag. We got a flag at the 50. We've got another one back at the 40. I think we may have a hold on this one on the pitch. Or we may have a face mask. We'll have to see. Lovington is being aggressive. So is Silver. Lovington 3 penalties for 20 yards, 25 yards. Silver just 1 for 15. So it's a 15-yard run for Cameron Ochoa. And they're going to move it up. But what's the call? And it'll be personal foul, face mask on Silver, so that'll tack 15 on to the end of it. So Ochoa with the 15-yard run, first down Wildcats. And another personal foul on Silver, 2 penalties, 30 yards on them. And that'll put Lovington all the way down at the Silver 36-yard line. So they have flipped the field efficiently. A new set of downs for the Wildcats inside Colt territory, first down and 10 from the 36. Man in motion is Marquez. They will pitch it to Ochoa. A little bit of a bobble. Now he's going to try and sweep it out left side, and he is hit behind the line as Sandoval on good pursuit will bring him down. Forward progress gets him back to the line. No gain. And it'll be second down and 10. Sandoval moving in. And they just did give us a Bloomfield Portales score. I didn't catch what it was. That game going on in Portales today. Winner of that game takes on the winner of this one 1 week from today. If Lovington would hold on and win this game and play Bloomfield, I believe that game would be here. If it's against Portales, that game would be there. We'll worry about that when it's over. Twins left, Twins right. Wyatt back to pass, has time. Pump fake, now comes underneath to Olguin across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And Sandoval will bring him down again. It'll be a 3-yard completion. 88 yards through the air. First catch of the day for Olguin. But it'll be third down and 7. Lovington not staying in front of the chains quite like they want to. So on a third down and 7. Big third down for the Wildcats. They are in go-for-it territory. So really they got 2 downs to work with. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Deep back is Ochoa. Waiting on it. Wyatt with it. Looks, throws it underneath, and to Cesar Gonzalez at the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8. He needed 7. Move the chains. First down, Wildcats. 5th first down of the ball game for the Wildcats. Cesar Gonzalez with the 8-yard catch. So to the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for Lovington. Knocking on the Devon Energy red zone door once again. Split Patrick Sanchez by himself wide to the left side, Twins to the left. Now they're going to go into the Wildcat formation. Alec Olguin with it, runs into the line. Now he'll sweep it around to the left side, tries to get to the sideline. He will, and is bumped out at about the 15-yard line. Going to say at the 14, it'll be a pickup, or rather the 16. It'll be a pickup of 9 on the Wildcat for Alec, and it'll be second down and less than a yard. So 2nd and 1 on the Wildcat. The Cats have used that very effectively and efficiently. As Austin Alvarado checks in on the offensive line. 2nd down and 1. Since Alex stepped out, stops the game clock. 8:45 to go here in the first half. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Wyatt from the pistol formation. Hand it to Ochoa. Gets away from 1, then just backs it across the 15. And down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3 for Ochoa, but it'll move the chains. First down, Wildcats. 26 yards on 5 carries for Cameron Ochoa. 1st and 10 for Lovington. Being very methodical inside the Devon Energy red zone. Already leading 14-6. They would like to add to it. Not sure you'd be comfortable with a lead of any size against Silver, but it's a lot more fun playing from in front than it is behind. So from the 15-yard line, first down and 10 for the Wildcats. Make it the 14 officially. Trips to the left side, Twins to the right. Empty set in the backfield for Wyatt. Lovington going to try and spread them out. Wyatt changes the play at the line. Now moves up into the pistol. Good snap with it. Looks right, throws right, has a man underneath to Cesar Gonzalez at the 5 and will dance out at the 4-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 to Cesar. And it should be enough to move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Yes, it will be. So it'll be first and goal for the Wildcats from the 3-yard line. So first and goal from the 3. Lovington football from the near hash mark. Trying to tack onto a 14-6 lead. They've been giving the Wildcat defenders the underneath. I have a feeling Coach Ortiz is going to be changing something at halftime to address that, but that may leave your deep shots open as timeout going to be taken by Coach Gonzalez. 7:45 to go here in the first half. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. Wildcat football continues on Eagle 100.5 and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Out of the Wildcat timeout, it'll be Lovington first and goal from the 3-yard line. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, I'm TJ Miracle. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing today. 14-6, Lovington looking to expand on their lead. Already up by 8. They'd like to make this 14 or even 15. Wildcat look as it'll be DeMarcus Thompson at the quarterback position. DeMarcus with it. Comes right side. A little stutter step. Gets away from one. Leaps into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats. DeMarcus Thompson from 3 yards out. And the Cats will cash it in and go up 20-6. DeMarcus Thompson had his work cut out for him. He got a late block from Alec Olguin that helped him. Also on the near side, laying a block down Alex Rivera, which helped him get there, and he had to basically climb over Jesus Madrid, but did, and gets into the end zone. So the point after to come from Caleb Aranda, 20-6, the Lovington lead with 7:38 to go in the first half, and the kick is up, and it is good. 7:38 to go in the first half. Lovington 21 and Silver 6. We're back in 30 seconds. Wildcat playoff football continues from Noel Mark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Wildcats take over on downs and move the ball down the field, take advantage of a personal foul face mask penalty on Silver, and then bang it into the end zone on the Wildcat formation with DeMarcus Thompson. The point after is good, and with 7:38 to go in the first half, Lovington leads this one 21-6. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Tiff and Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Remy Hernandez will tee it up at the 40 and prepare to bang it away into the wind this time. From the left to the right, and this will be a squibber, and it gets away from one of the Colts. It'll be picked up by Richard back at the 15. Brings it across, looking for some room across the 20, and hit from behind and brought down at the 25-yard line. Elon Clayton and Kyler Reeves teaming up to bring him down. after what was almost disaster for the Colts, almost turned into disaster for the Cats, but Reeves and Clayton making sure that nowhere for Richard to go. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts. And a score update for you from the 2A title game. The Eunice Cardinals trailing Texaco 7-0 about halfway through the second quarter in that one. It's on our sister station, Cool 95.7, and the Eunice Sports YouTube channel. So it'll be Yaquez back out. Trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. Hand it off, looking for some room, and not any to speak of up the middle. Maybe a 1-yard gain for the ball carrier. To see who comes out from the bottom of that one. That'll be Sandoval, who picks up 1. So 2nd down and 9. Stop going to be made by Gabriel Maldonado and Damian Munoz. So on a 2nd down and 9. Fake the handoff. Yaquez looks to pass, throws it across the middle, and that one is going to be picked off. Kevin Ochoa will have it at the 37-yard line. Bobbled it and then grabbed it. Second INT forced by the Wildcats in the ball game, and give it back to Lovington as they'll be knocking on the door once again from the Colt 36-yard line. Kevin Ochoa with the INT, and the Cats offense gets to come back out, and they are back in business. Don't think you could have scripted it any better if you were against a very tough Silver squad. Twins to the left and twins to the right. Waiting for it. Fake the handoff. Wyatt will keep it himself. Runs into one of his own linemen and then gets slung across the 35 down to the 34-yard line on the far side of things. Be a pickup of 3 on the quarterback keeper for Wyatt, and it'll be 2nd and 7. Opata on the stop for the fighting Colts. Ezekiel Torres also in on that stop. So 2nd and 7. First quarterback keeper of the game. As Elijah Rivero checks out of the ball game. Adric Betancourt will check in. He'll split Betancourt by himself wide to the right side. Twins in the backfield, and they will pitch it to Olguin. Coming to the near side. Gets across the 30 and tripped up. He crosses the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Alec. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. So tripped up on the near side by Jose Pata. Also helping in on that stop was Luke Sandoval. So 3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Keeps the clock moving. 5:45 to go first half. Already a 21-0 lead and trying to cash in on the second turnover of the ball game. Lovington has won that battle, and they've won games. Gomez trying to get the hard count, not going to get anybody to jump. They stack 3 receivers to the near side, twins to the right. Wyatt waits for one blitz. Wyatt going to keep it himself, dances to the near side and is brought down in the backfield. He is going to lose a couple. As getting to him quick was Jose Pata, and flags on the play, and a helmet comes off. Is Lovington going to come in and have to break their guys up as Jaden Bosquez lost his helmet, and he was getting absolutely roughed up by David Palomares. I have a feeling we're getting ready to see some kids tossed here. We'll keep the camera away from that. But we're going to have personal fouls everywhere. I have a feeling we're going to have offsetting. I just hope we don't lose anybody. Coach G coming over and talking to Val Herrera. He telling him, good job breaking that one up, but stay out of it. So now all the referees going to huddle up. This could be big for both teams, especially if they decide to toss people out. And the ref's going to back Silver up. And they could actually toss a flag on him for that, too. Coach G wisely getting his squad about 10 yards away from him. We are waiting on the call. Emotions running high from here at Wildcat Stadium. So as we wait on the call from the head official, Coach Ortiz is out about halfway to the hash mark. And we're going to have personal foul on Silver. And we're going to have personal foul on Lovington. And so the penalties will offset and the play will stand. It'll be a 3-yard loss for Wyatt on the play. First sack of the ball game. And it'll be 4th down and 5. But neither player tossed, and that's good for both squads. So now it'll be 4th down and 5 after the altercation. Well, the result of the play stands. So now Lovington, they're going to keep the O out there. The Wyatt has his play, comes in, and the Cats might want to think about going to something underneath. Lovington's telling their crowd, calm down a little bit. Can't really hear them. So on a 4th down and 5, Lovington going to bunch everybody in tight. 4:54 to go in the first half. Low snap, Wyatt handles it back to pass. Wants it all, has a man. Gonzalez at the 2 and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. 32 yards to Cesar Gonzalez, and the Cats strike again. On a 4th down and 5. The Cats put it up and take 6 more and put them on the board. 27-6 the score. 139 through the air and 3 touchdowns for Wyatt Gomez. 4 catches, 63 yards for Cesar Gonzalez. And the Cats decide they are, well, I thought they were going to go for 2, but now Alec will move back out to hold the ball for Caleb. And the kick is up, and it is good. With 4:44 remaining in the first half, it is Lovington 28, Silver City 6. We are back in 1 minute on KEJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs, Eagle 100.5 in the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. On 4th down and 5, it turns into a 32-yard touchdown pass from Wyatt Gomez to Cesar Gonzalez. The point after is good. Lovington up 28-6, and it'll be another squib. Going to bounce into the soft spot of the zone as they're going to have to pick that one up. And finally, Richard will get it at the 20. Brings it across the 25 to the 30. Head to the sidelines to the 40. 45 to the 50. And finally going to be pushed out, and Lovington territory back at the 40-yard line, as he waited a long time to pick that one up, and by then Lovington's gunners had broken down, and that gave Richard a long way to go, and he's inside the 40 at the Lovington 38-yard line. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo this afternoon. Think Silver's going to go away down by 3 touchdowns? Don't think so. Lovington's just going to have to be ready for it and aware of it. So after the good return, it'll be Silver football from the Lovington 38-yard line. We're all tied at 7 in the 2A championship game. Eunice and Texaco in the second quarter. Twins to the left, twins to the right back here at Wildcat Stadium. Silver trying to cut into a 28-6 Lovington lead. Good snap. Jaquez going to keep it himself. Goes around the left side, gets a good block. He's across the 30, across the 25, and finally pushed out by DeMarcus Thompson at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 15-yard keeper for Adden Jaquez, and it'll be a first down for Silver. And score update coming. Wow, they gave him poor progress inside the 20 to the 19. Wow, that was pretty generous. Make it a 17-yard gain. The other 4A semifinal going on in Portales. Portales trails Bloomfield 14-5. That game also in the second quarter. 3 running backs and the quarterback in the backfield. Hand it off, coming near side, and with some room to run down to the 15-yard line is Torres. So Torres is going to pick up 4, and that'll get him into positive territory. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. So 2nd and 6 for Silver. As the Lovington crowd trying to get a little bit of noise made. 2nd and 6. They're going to stack up 3. It's almost like a modified wishbone. 3 running backs right in a line, and Jock is under center. They'll hand it to Torres. He's going to take it left side this time, bounces it out, is hit behind the line and driven backwards. Good pursuit down the line by the Wildcats and Cameron Ochoa. And also on that stop, number 72, Damian Munoz. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Silver Colts. 4:25 to go. First half, Lovington in the lead, but Silver knocking on the door. 4 down territory for Coach Ortiz and his Colts. As the defense chant starts from the crowd. Going to come out in the shotgun formation this time. Madrid is the back on the left shoulder. Send a man in motion, fake the handoff. Pressure comes. Jaquez lets it fly, corner of the end zone, and overthrows his intended target. Olguin had to adjust to come back. He was trying to get Richard, but overthrown as he was getting pressured, and Jaquez got hit as he let that one fly. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 8 to go now for Silver. So on 4th down and 8, they will go for it. Lovington up by 22 points. Lovington still with 1 timeout to work with. And on 4th down and a long 7, a short 8. Lovington's D going to try and come up big once again. They forced him out on 4th down last time. Let's see if they can do it this time. Single back is Sandoval in the backfield. 4 receiver set for Silver from the far hash mark. Waiting on it, high snap. Jaquez handles it. Back to pass. Pressure, throws it across the middle. Has Richard right in the middle of the field down at the 5-yard line. And it'll move the chains as Olguin was there. It's a pickup of 14, and it'll be a Silver first down. 1st and goal for the Colts. Richard another catch. He's got 52 receiving yards. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 5 for Silver. I get the score bug fixed. There we go. And whistle sounds and timeout. Who called it? And Lovington. Actually, Silver will take the timeout. We'll just keep it right here. Of course, coming up, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. A lot to talk about, including your keys to the second half. Lovington playoff football on Z94 KZOR. And today, Eagle 100.5 at 11:10 a.m. Brought to you by IPS Incorporated, R360, Norley Hospital, Lasco Construction, Eunice Pump and Supply, New Mexico Junior College, Stonewall Field Services, Man Welding, Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, and Eastern New Mexico University. Don't forget, Eastern New Mexico University is now accepting enrollment for the spring semester of 2024. Big thanks to all those sponsors. If you're watching on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com, of course, they help make it possible for us to bring you the video. We have to purchase the video rights for the playoffs from the NMAA, and believe me, they ain't cheap. We will not be allowed to video should Lovington win this one. So they're going to come out, and they're going to go in the line formation with 4 backs in the backfield. And they will hand it off and right into the teeth of the line as a mad scramble for it at the 2. See who comes out from the bottom. It'll be Torres. That'll be Sandoval who carries it up to the 2-yard line. So he's going to pick up 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. And Jaquez will just keep it himself, and he'll take it over the right side and into the end zone for the touchdown. Jaquez, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And that'll make it a 28-12 score. Lovington still up, the point after to come. You got to think Silver is going to go for 2 on this one. And they will start the play clock. 2:59 remaining. As Silver will take it and will make the score. So they will come out and they will attempt the 2-point conversion. I think they would probably just give it to Jaquez again and try it right over center just like they did on the touchdown. It's pretty much from the same spot. Jaquez with it. He'll push in and he'll make it to the goal line, and he is going to be stopped short as the Lovington line comes in and stops him. Elon Clayton, DeMarcus Thompson on that stop. And the Wildcats hold, and with 2:59 remaining in the first half, it's Lovington 28, Silver 12, back in 30 seconds on Eagle 100.5 and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, Wildcat football here on Eagle 100.5 and 1110 AM, Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. The Silver Colts get one of the touchdowns back as they move the ball down the field and score on the 2-yard keeper. Iadon Jaquez, the point after, no good. So Lovington with a chance, though, with 2:59 remaining. And it'll be a short kick, and it'll be fielded by Gonzalez at the 22. Brings it all the way back across the field. We got a flag on the play. Another flag on the play as Garcia crosses the 30 to the 32-yard line. And I got a feeling when you bring it back like that, you're going to have a hold or a block in the back up at the 25-yard line. That's where the official says it is. So waiting on the call from the head official, but I have a feeling we got to see what the call's going to be. There's 2 flags on the play. Don't think we're going to get offsetting here, but we shall see. And it'll be holding on Lovington, and so it'll be a 10-yard penalty for the Cats, but it will be first down. 4 penalties, 35 yards on Lovington. That'll move them all the way back to their own 15-yard line. 2:50 remaining in the first half. So move the Cats back to the 15-yard line. First down and 10. Lovington leading 28-12. The Silver Colt band is going to play. They brought the band, and that's a cool thing. Don't see that a lot in New Mexico. Lovington can ask that the band quit playing, although I do believe. They won't, though. So they're going to bunch everybody in tight. Gomez is the quarterback. He'll hand it off, give it to Olguin. He's across the 20 and upended at the 21-yard line as Walter Woodward knocks Alec down after a pickup of 6. His third carry of the ball game for 21 yards, and it'll be second down and 4. Of course, Lovington will have the football to start the second half. Don't have to get in just a whole huge hurry. They'd like to get another score up on the big blue scoreboard. So from the 21-yard line, second down and 4. Fake the handoff to Alec, throw it out to DeMarcus. He is tripped up, gets away from one, moves it back and moves backwards and is going to be back at the 20-yard line. One of the Colts is down and not feeling good. It'll be a completion to DeMarcus Thompson, but it'll be a loss of 1 on the play and a Colt hurt on the play. As whistles will sound, it'll be third down and 5. So the big boy is up and moving, getting a little bit of help off. You certainly hope he's okay. Luke Sandoval down as he gets a nice hand from the Wildcat crowd. Sandoval a big part of the line for Silver. So on a third down and 5 for Lovington, 2:06 remaining. First half, Lovington with the 16-point lead, 28-12. But now an important third down. You don't want to give Silver the ball back. They've still got 2 timeouts to work with. And they can move the ball pretty efficiently and pretty quickly when they want to. Lovington going to send trips to the right side. Single receiver to the left. That's Thompson by himself up to the left. Single back in the backfield. Wyatt rolls near side. Has time. Steps up. Throws it. Finds Gonzalez across the 30. Out at the 35. He'll fall forward to the 36 before Woodward brings him down. 16 yards on the completion to Cesar and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Now they will go into the hurry-up offense with 1:40 to go. Wyatt with it, tosses near side. Coming around is Alec. He's across the 40 to the 41-yard line before he is bumped at the last second by Edgar Melendez. A flag on the near side. Something tells me we may have a late hit coming in, and we do have a Wildcat down. So Alec, it'll be a 5-yard, make it a 6-yard gain for Alec. And 2nd down and 5. He's up and he's okay. But we'll see what the penalty is going to be. There was another one on the far sideline. It's in the neighborhood of a hold. You certainly hope not, but we'll wait and see. Now that would wipe out a pretty good 6-yard gain by Olguin. Again, we continue to wait on the call up here. The 1:30 remaining in the first half. As we await the call from the official. And we've got an ineligible, that'll actually be personal foul. Late hit on Silver, and so the Colts with another 15-yard penalty. 3 penalties, 45 yards. They've all been of the personal foul variety, so it'll be a new set of downs for Lovington. They're 8th, and that'll move them into Silver territory. Move them down to the Colt 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lovington. Clock moves with $1:20 to go. Split out Cameron Ochoa wide to the right, and a flag flies. As the side judge, he's going to call false start on Lovington. The Lovington trying to move too quickly. Their 5th penalty for 40 yards. So it'll be 1st down and 15. I get the score bug to go the right way. There we go. So that'll move Lovington back inside Wildcat territory to the Lovington 49-yard line. 1st and 15. Twins left, Twins right. Gomez from the shotgun, bobbles it. It is loose on the ground. Wyatt just going to have to take that one. It'll be a sack, and that one's going to be credited to Michael Jimenez. Lovington's going to have to take their time out here. No, Jimenez sacks him. That's all the way back to the 45-yard line. Make it the 44. It'll be a 5-yard sack on Wyatt. 2nd sack of the ball game. And it'll be 2nd down and 20 now for the Wildcats, and they will take their 3rd and final timeout. I think that's the right move. 1:01 to go, 2nd down and 20. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thanks to all the good folks who make Wildcat playoff football possible. You see them all on your screen there if you are watching at home on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel or HobbsAmerica.com. Say a big thanks to Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Bob's Thriftway, Man Welding, Stonewall Field Services, Eastern New Mexico University, New Mexico Junior College, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lasco Construction, Norley Hospital, R360, and IPS. Of course, video rights for this game granted by the New Mexico Activities Association and purchased by New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square. Know for a fact if Lovington holds on and wins this game, we will not have video next week. We will still have the audio and the scoreboard available for you, HobbsAmerica.com. So out of the Wildcat timeout, 2nd down and 20. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Wyatt back to pass and just throws that one into no man's land, and a flag going to fly as all of a sudden it has become a laundry fest here late as the head official threw that one. And he threw that one late. Are we going to get a hold here? What are we going to have? Threw that one in the backfield. Not sure what he could be calling here. And it'll be roughing the passer on Silver City. So Silver City with a personal foul, roughing the passer penalty. And Silver's penalties now 4 of them for 60 yards. They have all been of the big boy variety. So it'll be 2nd down, but it'll make it 2nd down and 5. Actually automatic 1st down for the Wildcats. So the Cats keep some life. Their 9th first down of the ball game. As Coach Ortiz going to come out. Actually, the side judge going to come over now. He wants to talk about things. So Silver going to take a timeout with 58 seconds to go. This one's just getting all kinds of confusing. I'm TJ. I stay confused, but if you've listened to Wildcat football or any sports for that matter for Lovington for any appreciable length of time, you know I pretty much stay confused. Don Morgan on assignment today, so I get to stay confused all by myself. Of course, with Dawn on assignment today, we will not have a Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation, either at halftime or after the game, but we appreciate Bob's Thriftway, your local hometown grocery store right here in Lovington, bringing you that feature. And, of course, we always appreciate Coach Anthony Gonzalez being willing to speak with us both going into the half and after the game, regardless of the outcome. We definitely appreciate him a whole lot. And, of course, appreciate Bob's Thriftway and all of our great sponsors for Wildcat Sports. Of course, the winner of this game will move on to play next Saturday against either Bloomfield or Portales. That game going on right now at Greyhound Stadium. So out of the timeout, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the Colt 43-yard line. Make it the 42. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Wyatt with it, has it. Back to pass. Pressure comes, rolls left, looking. Flag on the play. Wyatt just going to have to take it, run him out. And, he's hit in the legs and knocked out of bounds, but we're going to have a hold in the backfield. And we're going to have a hold. This one will be coming back. And Lovington will wind up back in their own territory, I've got to think. Might have a defensive hold, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be holding on Lovington. So Lovington all of a sudden getting caught with a little bit of the penalty bug. So should be holding in the backfield. When pressure breaks down like that, that's often what you'll see. And it will be holding on the Wildcats. 50 penalty yards, and so we'll replay first down, but instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 20 now for Lovington. And they are back in their own territory at the 48-yard line. This last 2.5 minutes of this half have taken about probably longer than the first quarter took to play. So on 1st and 20, 48 seconds to go still in the first half. Lovington going to bunch everybody in tight. Richard hopping up and down, directing traffic. Wyatt back to pass. Now he's going to be flush. Steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle. Has a man. That is Thompson, who spins away from one, gets away and drags a man with him, gets away from two. He's down inside the 30 and will step out at the 28-yard line. Move the chains. First down, Wildcats. They needed 20. DeMarcus Thompson on a huge individual effort gets 25. Wow! 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the silver 28-yard line. 25 yards for DeMarcus Thompson to pass. They'll get it to Gonzalez. He comes to the near side. He is held on to, gets away from one, and he'll just put his head down and go down to the 20. Lovington going to have to move and clock that one. It'll be a pickup of 9 yards to Cesar Gonzalez. Lovington moving fast, back to pass. Looking, pump fake, underneath. Get it to Betancourt at the 17. Should be enough. No, they're going to move him backwards to the 20. Lovington going to have to move. It is 3rd down and 2. Wyatt with it. He'll just clock it, and they'll give him another shot at it. So incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 2 to go. Really, it doesn't matter. It's going to be 4th and end zone for the Wildcats, as they lead this one 28-12. 2 seconds left on the clock. 1 play remaining. So the Wildcats going to go for the end zone. Silver City has to know that. Oh, they're going to come out and attempt the field goal. So Remy Hernandez to attempt the field goal. So it'll be about a 35-yarder for Hernandez from the near hash mark. 36 yards officially from the 26-yard line. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and it wobbles and is going to be no good as it goes just shy. And Remy said he heard a whistle sound before the kick, and I think he might have a point here, and he did. They're saying put 2 seconds back on the clock as we had an inadvertent whistle. So Remy Hernandez is going to get a second chance at this one, looks like, as we had an inadvertent whistle. So the inadvertent whistle in Lovington, Remy Hernandez will get another shot at it. Remy is a left-footed kicker. So the senior place kicker will try once again after the inadvertent whistle from the 36-yard line. 36-yarder is on the way. It is up, and it is good. And Hernandez boots it through at the buzzer to make it a 31-12 lead for the Wildcats. But we've got a flag on the play. Oh, no. False start, maybe. As again, it has become a laundry fest in the last 2-3 minutes of clock time. Coach G just shakes his head. Hernandez gets the 36-yarder to go. Is he going to get a third chance at it? Is Coach G asking what the call is and what the options are. 2 seconds will be on the clock depending on what the call is. And it'll be on Silver City as Coach G heads over and says, let's go. Let's see what the call is before we go to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Waiting on the official to signal it. And it will be field goal good, personal foul on Silver City. And they will take that one to halftime. We'll have to see if they assess that one on the kickoff. So halftime from here. And Lovington, it's Lovington 31, Silver City 12. We are back in 3 minutes for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show here on Eagle 100.5 and 1110 AM. Also on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Lovington. It is halftime here at Wildcat Stadium. Lovington leading this 4A semifinal matchup against the Silver Colts 31-12. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo today. Dawn Morgan is on assignment. Of course, your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa car, and you know you're going to get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Napa and Lovington Auto Supply, get up and go. 31-12, again the score, Lovington in the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with the visiting Silver Colts. Adden Jaquez goes 5 of 10 for 74 yards through the air, no touchdowns, and he did throw 2 interceptions. Julian Richard, no big surprise, has been his favorite target. He's got 3 catches for 52 yards. Actually, he's got 4 catches for 52 yards, pardon me. And Edgar Melendez, the only other catch, and it was a big one. It was for 33 yards right at the start of the game. 74 yards through the air. On the ground, Jaquez is the leading rusher, 9 carries, 35 yards, including 2 touchdowns. He was sacked once by the Wildcats in that first half. Landon Sandoval with 4 carries, 16 yards. Ezekiel Torres, 4 carries, -1 yard. And Lazis Madrid with 2 carries for 2 yards. So if you're keeping up at home, that is 74 through the air, 52 on the ground, cumulatively 126 total yards for Silver in that first half. They get 6 points in the first. They get 6 points in the second. That's how they get to their 12 on the board. They've been whistled 5 times for 75 yards. Every penalty against Silver City has been of the personal foul variety. Those are the accepted penalties. There was another one that was offsetting personal fouls on both sides. 8 first downs in the first half for the Fightin' Colts, and as we mentioned, 12 on the scoreboard for Silver. For your Lovington Wildcats, Wyatt Gomez, an extremely efficient first half at the quarterback position, goes 12 of 13 for 186 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he has spread those touchdowns out. He had a 50-yarder to DeMarcus Thompson. DeMarcus with 5 catches for, me and math quickly is never a good thing, 81 yards. Leading receiver, though, is Cesar Gonzalez, as he has got 5 catches for, give me a second, for 88 yards, including a 32-yard touchdown, and Anson Marquez with the other catch for 13 yards, and that one was for a touchdown. On the ground, Alec Olguin leads the way. He's got 4 carries for 27 yards. Cameron Ochoa, 5 carries for 26 yards. Wyatt, 3 carries, -5 yards. Of course, 2 of those were sacks. And DeMarcus Thompson has 2 carries for 8 yards. One of them was a 3-yard touchdown out of the Wildcat. 186 through the air, 54 cumulatively on the ground for 240 total yards in the first half for the Wildcats. They had 9 first downs in that first half. They were whistled 6 times for 50 yards in penalties, and they score 14 in the first and 17 in the second to get to their 31 yards. Remy Hernandez with a 31-yarder right as time expired in the half, and I do believe the penalty on Silver City is going to be assessed on the kickoff of the second half. So 31-12 is the score. Really couldn't have gone much better for the Wildcats. That's pretty much it. You've got to think how they scripted this one up. As Silver started the game, though, on a clock-eating drive. They went nearly 6 minutes on their first drive and did score, but the Wildcats, of course, then immediately answering back and have taken advantage of 2 Silver turnovers and turned both of those into points. So let's go ahead and take a look at your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. For the Wildcats, if you are the offensive side of things, just keep doing what you are doing. You are finding ways to move the football, and that's good. While you wouldn't think 54 yards is exactly dominant on the ground, they have managed to keep that in the game plan as part of it, and so that keeps Silver thinking. So continue to think about running that football if you can. Control clock, control time. The clock is your friend if you are the Lovington Wildcats, as Wyatt had an extremely efficient first half, 12 of 13 through the air. That is extremely good. Needs to continue to do that. Silver, you've got to think that was going to adjust and adapt as they left the Wildcats wide open on a lot of little curl routes and underneath routes and out in the flat. You got to think maybe Silver is going to adjust over and start going into more of a man-on-man coverage, just trying to keep things a little bit closer and a little bit tighter. For the Wildcats on defense, just keep doing what you are doing. Some of the penalties that you've incurred have been trying to shut down the really good receiving core for Silver, at least Julian Richard, and a couple of pass interferences called on him, but, against Lovington defenders guarding him. But really, you've just got to keep doing what you're doing. Jaquez didn't have a great first half through the air. You can't think that is going to continue as he goes just 5 of 10 through the air for 74 yards. So the defense just continue to do what you do. Realize that Silver is going to adjust, so you have to adjust as well, and you'll be fine. For special teams, really just keep your guys banging it out there. Don't give them a chance for a return, and when you can, stay in your lane. Stay on your assignment. The Silver set up their last scoring drive when Lovington, got a little bit aggressive and came out of their lanes, and that gave Richards plenty of room to run, and he did so. So stay in your lane. Don't worry about doing too much. That's what you've got 10 other guys out on the field with you for, and you will be just fine. So I have a feeling the Wildcats going to be just fine. Don't get too fired up at halftime because you do still have 24 minutes to go, and while you are up by 19 points, that is not enough to be comfortable, as we've seen throughout the season and throughout the years. 19 points is only 3 touchdowns, and let's say Silver comes out and stops Lovington quickly on their opening possession. They score, get a turnover, go score. Well, all of a sudden, we're in a 7-8 point ball game once again, and anything can happen at that point. So if you're Lovington, control the ball, control the clock, and everything should be just fine, and hold on to the ball. No turnovers in this game for Lovington, which has been extremely important. Lovington has managed to cash in 14 points off of turnovers by Silver, and that makes for a huge difference up on the scoreboard. And getting that score right at the end through the field goal with Hernandez, I think that is very important too, to get this up to a full 3-score ball game instead of 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. It's now a 3-touchdown hill to climb, or 2 touchdowns and a field goal, depending on how you look at it, hill for the Fighting Colts of Silver. So the Wildcats, still with plenty of room to run and still a lot to do. You don't want to come out and just try and hang on. That is for sure. Other Lee County game today, it's at halftime in the 2A championship game up in Texaco. And right now, the Eunice Cardinals trailing the Texaco Wolverines. That's a 1-2 battle. 14-7 in that one in favor of Texaco at the half. Got a feeling that is going to be an explosive second half. That game available just down the dial on our sister station, Cool 95.7, and audio and live scoring available on the Eunice Sports YouTube channel and also the Eunice tab on HobbsAmerica.com. Last we heard from Portales this afternoon, it was the Rams trailing the Bobcats in the other 4A semifinal matchup. In that game, it was 14-5 in favor of Bloomfield. That game was in the second half, so a slugfest going on at Greyhound Stadium. Now looking forward, and you don't ever want to put the cart before the horse, as they say, and we're playing the Colts, so you certainly don't want to do that. If Bloomfield were to win that game, I believe that game would be right here the last time these two teams played. 2012, at least in a playoff setting. Lovington did play Bloomfield in the bowl game back in the spring of 2022. Or 2021, rather, did play in that spring season that year and won that game, but that was a neutral site non-playoff game. But the last time they played was in 2012, and that game was up in Bloomfield. Of course, we had that game for you on one of our sister stations, and Lovington getting the win in that one. That was a quarterfinal game, but that was back when everything after the first round was determined by who owed whom. So that should mean that the game, if it were to be against Bloomfield, would be here in Lovington. Now, if Portales were to come back and win that game, and Lovington were to hold on and win this game, that game would be up in Portales. So gotta love going to Portales, but at least that's a good facility and one that the Cats would definitely be familiar with. But you can't worry about who you're playing next week just yet. You've got to continue to worry about the team that is across the way for you, and the Cats and the Colts still a long way to play in this one, even though the Wildcats with the 19-point lead, 31-12 here at half. And that'll wrap up our Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and you know you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Napa and Lovington Auto Supply, get up and go. We're back in 3 minutes for the kickoff of the second half. Wildcat playoff football continues on 100.5 FM, 1110 AM, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, getting ready for the start of the second half of this 4A semifinal matchup between the Lovington Wildcats, the number 2 ranked team in the state, and the number 3 Silver Colts. Lovington in control of this one, 31-12. As we get ready for the start of the second half. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Flying solo today, Don Morgan on assignment. And Brad Henderson not able to make it today either. Tiff and Evie Stuber running the three-ring circus back on Eagle 100.5 and 1110 AM. Of course, on Eagle today, because of scheduling conflict on our normal home for Wildcat Sports, KZOR. Just a quick note, if you're tuning in and expecting to hear Brian Jensen and his crew, Texas Tech at home today against the UCF Knights, that game will join that in progress after the Lovington game here this afternoon. So as we get ready to kick the second half off of this one, a 19-point lead for the Wildcats, and they will have the ball to start the second half. And the penalty from the end of the first half will be assessed on the kickoff. So Silver will be kicking it away from their own 25-yard line. Silver will be kicking it from the north to the south. Wind still about 25 miles an hour out of the south. Now, if you're Lovington, what you need to watch out for here is that Silver might think, well, you know what, let's just go ahead and try an onside kick. If you're the Wildcats, be aware of it. And as long as you know about it, then you got a chance to stop it before it happens. So Lovington sending a couple of men back deep, as it'll be Elijah Rivero and Jaden Gutierrez back deep to receive. As teeing it up will be Reese White. He'll put it at the 25 and prepare to boot it into a partly cloudy afternoon sky as Reese comes up to it, and it will be a short kick. It'll be fielded at the 35. Bringing it out to the 40, that is Gonzalez, and he'll come near side and be pushed out right at midfield by Ayadin Baca. So it'll be Lovington football, should be right at the midfield stripe. The Cats will have good field position to start this third quarter. So from right at the they gave him forward progress into Silver territory. Be first and 10 from the 47-yard line. So good body control there for Cesar to get a couple extra yards out of that one. So the Wildcats will have the short field to work with. Twins left, Twins right. Now they're going to shift over into the Wildcat formation. Cameron Ochoa takes it himself, has some room over right tackle, crosses the 45 and down to about the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Cameron. Make it second down and 4. As Woodward on the tackle again, he's really stepped things up from late in the second quarter to now. So second down and 4 for the Wildcats, just underway here in the third quarter. Lovington trying to tack on to a 19-point lead. Empty set in the backfield, 4 wide. Gomez, the quarterback, trips to the right, 2 to the left. Send a man in motion, that is Ochoa. Fake the handoff to Ochoa, pressure comes. Wyatt lets it fly, going for Thompson, and bobbles it and not able to handle it on the near side. They could call offensive pass interference on that. They do not, as DeMarcus running step for step with Anthony Rico, incomplete, and it'll be third down and 4 for the Cats. So third and 4 for Lovington, trying to take it all on that one. Wyatt had to get rid of that one maybe a little sooner than he wanted to, as he was getting backside pressure from Melendez. So now on third down and 4, time to see what the Cats can dial up here. They'll come out in a 4-receiver set, Twins left, Twins right. Send a man in motion, that is Ochoa. Wyatt with it, throws it, has a man underneath, that is Ribeiro. His first catch of the ball game, he crosses the 35 and down to about the 32-yard line before he is knocked out by Woodward. It'll be a pickup of 10 for Elijah, and it'll move the chains. First down for the Wildcats. So new set of downs for Lovington, 196 through the air for Gomez. Put the ball right at the 30-yard line. No, officially a pickup of 12. That makes it 198. From the near hash mark, first down and 10. Rivero in motion left to right. Fake the handoff. They'll throw it to Rivero in the flat, coming out of the right side. Gets in a little spin move and only about 2-3 yards on the far side of the field. So 3 yards to Elijah. And that will give Wyatt 2:01 through the air. Second down and 7. Well, but we got a flag on the play. We got to hold this one coming back. Are they going to? Yep, it will be holding on Lovington. So wipe out the completion and replay first down. It'll be first and 20. Lovington did kind of run into this problem a little bit at the end of the first half, so it'll wipe out the completion. I'm really going to start learning to do my books and pencil. So we'll replay first down, first and 20. Clock moves at 10:20 remaining in the first half. Ball back on the Silver 40 from the far hash mark. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. That's Rivero by himself to the right. Wyatt back to pass, gets Thompson on a little crossing route, has it, across the 30 and tripped up by the last man who could possibly stop him. That is Richard as he crosses the 25 to the 24-yard line, 16 yards to DeMarcus Thompson. And it'll make it 2nd down and 4. So Thompson with another catch. He's got 97 yards on 5 catches. So 2nd and 4 for Lovington as the sun starts peeking out. Not sure why. Yep, okay, there the game clock goes. So 2nd and a long 3, short 4. DeMarcus by himself to the left side. Wait on it, hand it to Ochoa, and Cameron will just take it across the 20 down to the 19-yard line, make it the 18. 5-yard pickup for Cameron, and it'll move the chains. 1st down Wildcats as Wyatt getting into it with Woodward behind the play. No foul. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 19 officially. But it'll move the chains, and they're in the Devon Energy red zone. 9:15 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Lovington up by 19, tried to tack onto it. 1st and 10 from a 4-receiver set. Rolling to the left. Wyatt throws it, has a man. That's Thompson at the 7 and into the end zone. Leaps on as he is hit by Anthony Rico. Goes spinning into the corner of the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, 19 yards to DeMarcus Thompson, and the Cats go up 37-12 with the point after to come. Thompson, his 2nd touchdown catch of the day. That puts him over 100 yards receiving. Caleb Aranda on to attempt the point after. Lovington now up by 25, trying to make it 26 as the kick is up from Caleb, and it is good. 9 minutes exactly remaining in the 3rd quarter. It is Lovington 38, Silver City 12. Back in a minute on Eagle 100.5. All right, I guess we will just keep it right here as we are back. The Wildcats take the opening possession of the ball game, take 3 minutes off of the clock, and take it 48 yards. And it culminates with a 19-yard touchdown catch by DeMarcus Thompson. And the point after was good. Thompson, as again, me trying to do math quickly is never good. There's 9, there's 6, there's Thompson with 116 receiving yards in the ball game. Through the air, 233. For Wyatt Gomez. So the Cats do what they need to do on their opening drive of the 2nd half. They get points on the board. So 38-12 now the score. As Silver will have their first possession of the ball game. Or rather of the 2nd half, I should say. So it'll be Hernandez to tee it up. Of course, Hernandez is a left-footed kicker. Will be kicking it with the wind at his back. It is a high end over-ender. That one going to bounce at the 1 and go out the back of the end zone. And Silver will take it at their own 20-yard line. Welcome to a beautiful afternoon here at Wildcat Stadium in Lovington, New Mexico. 65 when we kick this one off. It's probably actually a touch warmer now with the sun breaking through, about 68. Wind still out of the southeast. Seeing it gust up to 20, 25 miles an hour. Hasn't really played any effect in this one. I remember a game between these two squads here in this stadium. It was either in the 08 or 09 championship season where it was raining and windy and just nasty 5-0 Lovington winning that ball game. Like I said, I think it's in the NMAA bylaws somewhere that if these two squads, Lovington and Silver, are in the same division, they have to play each other in the playoffs. Jaquez up under center, gets it. He will fake the handoff, looks to pass. Little pressure comes, rolls. Now he's going to be forced to tuck it and take it himself as he will just go out of bounds as Michael Heim will push him out of bounds from behind, and they are going to throw the flag. Are they, or are we going to have a late hit? Heim was in hot pursuit. I think he tried to pull up off of him. Yep, we will have a flag on the far sideline. I have a feeling they're going to get Heim for the personal foul, late hit out of bounds. So let's see for sure what they're going to call. Heim was in hot pursuit. It will be personal foul on Lovington, and that will go from the end of the play. The late hit out of bounds. So Jaquez will get the 3-yard gain, but it'll be a Colt first down on the 15-yard penalty against the Wildcats. As the wind starts moving and my stat sheet starts flying around, 15-yard penalty. So it'll be an automatic first down for the Colts. They'll move it out to the 38-yard line, first down and 10. High snap, Jaquez handles it, back to pass, flips it to the near side, and in and out of the hands of Sandoval. He's just going to have to pick that one up, and he picked it up in case it was a backward pass. They do call incomplete. They signaled that one quite quickly, and I think that was the right call. So it'll be second down and 10. Chief Bridgeforth just gave an update on the other 4A game. I did not hear what that score was between Bloomfield and Portales. Second down and 10 here in Lovington. Lovington leading this one 38-12 with a 26-point lead. 8:45 remaining in the third quarter. Trips to the right side, single receiver to the left, single back in the backfield with Jaquez. Jaquez barks out the signal, has it. 3-step drop, now pressured. Steps up in the pocket, and he goes down. DeMarcus Thompson gets him back at the 30-yard line. Nowhere for him to go. It'll be a 7-yard sack on Jaquez. So it'll be third down and 17. That'll be the third sack, make it the second sack of the ball game. DeMarcus Thompson in on that sack. Also helping put the pressure in there was Damian Munoz. Playing from the nose guard position, got the pressure, and then when the pocket collapsed, they got to Adden Jaquez quickly. So it'll be third down and 17. This clock moves with 8 minutes remaining in the third. Big third down here for Silver's offense and for Lovington's defense. Twins left, twins to the right. Richard is the flanker out to the right side. Jaquez with it. High snap, handles it, comes back, gets Richard in a little soft spot, and hanging on for dear life is Cesar Gonzalez, and just having to go down. Cesar was hanging on as Jaden Gutierrez bearing down on Richard, who just goes down. It'll be a 9-yard completion to Richard, but that'll bring up a fourth down and 8. So, yeah, I think Jaquez taking, or rather Richard taking the right move right there and just going down. So now it'll be decision time for the Colts, trailing by 26 with 7:14 remaining in the ball game, or rather in the third quarter, and they're going to leave the offense out from the 40-yard line. Fourth down and 8. Trips to the left side, single receiver to the right, single back in the backfield with Jaquez. It's going to be Mendez, back to pass. Jaquez looks to pass, comes near side, has a man. That is Mendez right at midfield. And they get the 10 yards, and he taps the line. It'll step out. Second catch for Melendez. And it'll be a Silver first down. Their 10th of the ball game right at the midfield stripe. First and 10 for the Colts as they keep the drive alive. As they get 9 and then 10 after the sack. So from right at the midfield stripe, it'll be first and 10 for Silver. Trips to the left side, single receiver to the right. Jaquez going to move Madrid back over. High snap, handles it, back to pass, throws it across the middle. Has Melendez across the 40 down to the Wildcat 37-yard line. 13 yards to Melendez. As Rivero will bring him down. But it's another first down for Silver. 106 for Jaquez in the passing department now. Spot him at the 36-yard line. First down and 10. 6.5 remaining in the third. Silver on the march, trailing by 26. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Good snap this time. Jaquez wants it all, goes left side, and that one is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get Richard, who got inside on Alec Olguin, but couldn't handle it as that one was just a little bit off target. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. So now 2nd down and 10. Clock will stop with the incompletion. Silver trying to mount a comeback here in this 4A semifinal matchup. Winner will move on to next week's championship game. So on a 2nd down and 10. Lovington going to be content to let Silver do anything they want as long as they burn a lot of time. Twins left, Twins right. Good snap with it. Jaquez swings it out of the backfield, complete. Across the 35 and down to the 30 is acting like a bowling ball there was Jesus Madrid. He's going to be down to the 30. Now it's going to be a pickup of 7 to Madrid. Again, I'm going as quick as I can on the score bug and everything. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. That one does stay in the field of play. 5:45 remaining in the 3rd. The clock is not the best friend of the Silver Colts. Going to send quads to the left side and keep Mendez in the backfield with Jaquez. High snap, Jaquez with it. He sweeps to the left. Gets away from 1, gets away from 2. He's going to be up at the 25-yard line before he is brought down by a host of Wildcats. Should have enough for the 1st down. Gonna be close. It'll all depend on the spot. And, yep, he needed 3. He got 3 and a foot, and so it'll move the chains for Silver. A new set of downs for the Silver Colts. 5:12 to go. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line inside Lovington territory. Silver not in any rush as of yet. I think they're going to start picking the pace up at some point. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 26. Colt football as they will shift Madrid over to the left corner. Now they're going to send a man in motion. That's Melendez. As whistles sound, and I think we've got a false start on Silver. Well, let's see. And it will be illegal formation on Silver. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Their first non-15-yarder in the ball game. They'll move them back 5 yards, and it'll be 1st down and 15 from the Wildcat 31. 4:47 remaining, 3rd quarter. Wildcats and the Colts trying to punch their ticket to the state title game 1 week from today. Site to be determined. 4 receiver set, Twins left, Twins right. Madrid is the single back. He's on the right shoulder of Jaquez. Good snap, Jaquez with it. Pressure comes, steps out of pressure, steps out of trouble, steps back into it, and is going to go down back at the 36-yard line. It'll be another sack for the Wildcats as Elon Clayton coming through, and also in there and getting the first hit on him was Jaden Bosquez. It'll be a 6-yard sack, 3rd of the ball game. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 21. So now 2nd down and 21. Ball back at the Wildcat 35-yard line. Silver moving the wrong way. 4:09 remaining in the 3rd. Clock continues to move. Lovington leading 38-12. Send 3 receivers to the right, a single receiver to the left. That's Richard by himself up on the left side. Waiting for it and back to pass. Throwing. Jaquez up the seam. Has Richard and incomplete. He had it, but it was out of his hands, and we will have a flag fly down at the 5-yard line. That one was an extremely late flag, and they call pass interference for the 3rd time on Olguin. That one came out after the whistle had sounded and the play was dead, and they call Olguin for his 3rd defensive pass interference. And that'll be, yep, there's the 5. There's the 10, yep, the 15-yarder, and we'll replace 2nd down. So a 15-yard pass interference call. So that'll make it 2nd down and 6. I'm just going to do it this way. So the 3rd pass interference on Alec Olguin in the ball game. So 2nd down and 6 now, as the Wildcat coaching staff and bench trying to get the Wildcat faithful up and moving. 2nd and 6, 3:49 to go in the third after the PI. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Send a man in motion, that's Melendez. Running on the right side, Hawkes looking for the corner, steps it back. He's got some room. He is to the 10, to the 5, and he is into the end zone. I said before the game you had to control him, and for the most part they have, and Hawkes will have his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. This one is of the 21-yard variety, and that will make this a 38-18 game with the point after to come. Well, the Cats did a nice job containing him so far. And we talked about it. If you can contain him, you don't have to completely stop him, but if you can contain him, and they've done a good job until right then. Managed to get a block and turn the corner and get away from one of the Wildcats. So now the point after to come. Looks like they will go for 2. And looking for it, Hawkes back to pass. Pressured, throws it, and overthrows, and they're going to call Zadrick Betancourt for the PI on Richard. Oh, another pass interference call on Lovington, so I get to write down another penalty. And Silver will get another shot at it. Pass interference on the Wildcats. The Wildcat faithful not liking that one at all. That is the 4th defensive. That's more defensive pass interference calls. We've had 4 through the first half and 8 minutes of this ballgame than we've had all season long. I'd have to go back and double-check my notes, but I think we'd had 3 pass interference calls against us all season long, and we've had 4 just in the first half plus of this one. So going for 2 once again. Hawkes calls for it, sends a man in motion. That's Sandoval. Back to pass, throws it across the middle, and Melendez knocked away from him, and that one will be incomplete. And so with 3:39 remaining in the third quarter, it's Lovington 38, Silver 18. We are back in 1 minute. Wildcat football continues on KEJL Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs. I guess we having a little problem back at the station. Clear. Thank you. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football as the Silver Colts have gotten the score and now kicking it away. It'll be White, and it'll be another squib. It'll be picked up and bobbled by Gonzalez back at the 25. Brings it to the near side, cuts it up to the 30, makes a man miss. 35 trying to get to the sideline to the 40, and he will skitter out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And almost disaster, but Cesar Gonzalez turns it into something, and we've got flags flying, and we've got another flag on the field, this one up at the 43-yard line. And the Wildcat faithful are getting on the Zebra crew today. That's in the area of an illegal block in the back. And again, that flag came out extremely late. The laundry didn't go down until after the play had already been whistled dead, kind of like the PI a few minutes ago. It kept the drive alive for Silver. And it will be, let's see. And we're going to have personal foul targeting on Lovington. So a 15-yard penalty against the Wildcats. 85 penalty yards on 9 penalties now for Lovington, and it moves them all the way back to the 31, or rather to the 28-yard line. So Lovington moving backwards. The penalties starting to pile up against the Wildcats. It will be 1st and 10, though, so it's not 1st and 25, which is a good thing. Lovington just wants to eat some time. Give it to Olguin. Big hole up the middle, and he crosses the 35 out to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 for Alec as he turns the Jets on and moves it forward. 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats. And we've got a cat down on the play, slow to get up. Lovington training staff coming out. Think we just got a cramp out there. Stops the clock at 3:16 to go, and that is Olguin that is down. Just stretching him out, probably just a cramp. While we've got a moment in the injury timeout, say a big thank you to our friends who make Wildcat football possible, including IPS Incorporated, R360, Norley Hospital District, Lasco Construction, Eunice Pump and Supply, New Mexico Junior College, Stonewall Field Services, Man Welding, Bob Thriftway, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, and Eastern New Mexico University. Don't forget ENMU, now enrolling for spring of 2024, enmu.edu. So after the 8-yard gain by Olguin, he is onto the sideline under his own power. They're stretching him out. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Clock starts once again. 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Cats are going to try and eat as much clock as they can. Thompson by himself to the left side, Twins to the right. Hand it off to Ochoa, who is hit in the backfield, gets away. Doesn't get away from anybody, but he'll just bang forward and get about a yard out of it. 38 yards for Cammon. And it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats, where he was brought down by a host of Colts, including Joseph Verdugo, also Lazis Madrid, and David Palomares, all on that stop. So a 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats, leading by 20 points, 38-18. 2:20 remaining here in the 3rd. KJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs. That's where we are on the radio today. Wyatt waits for it. Fake the handoff. Now they'll throw it to Rivero in the flat near side, and he will cross, and he'll be out to the 45-yard line and move the chains. 1st down Wildcats, 9 yards to Elijah Rivero. His 2nd catch of the ball game, and it's a new set of downs for Lovington. The Wildcats, that'll be their 12th first down of the ball game. And 242 yards through the air now for Wyatt Gomez. Majority of that coming to Gonzalez and Thompson, but Marquez and Rivero have done their part too. Twins to the right side, single receiver to the left. That is Thompson. Handed off to Ochoa. Gets away from one, is tripped up, and will go down after about a 3-yard gain up to the 48-yard line. So 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats after Ochoa's gain. 9 carries, 41 yards for Cammon. A 4-yard carry per average carry. You got to like that as we click down to 1 minute remaining in the 3rd. Lovington can just afford to take their time. The clock is their friend. Up by 3 touchdowns and on the march near midfield. Send Ochoa into motion, fake the handoff, Wyatt to pass, has a man wide open across the middle. That is Gonzalez. He's to the 40, makes a man miss to the 30, to the sideline, and going to finally step out of bounds and around the 20-yard line. It'll be 32 yards to Cesar Gonzalez and move the chains. 1st down Cats. Great protection as Gomez stepped up right in the middle and just tossed that one through. 274 through the air. And for Gonzalez, that will give him 110 exactly as the whistle sounds. And timeout going to be taken by Silver City. 38-18 our score, 48 seconds to go here in the 3rd. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Eagle 100.5 and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Out of the Silver timeout, it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats from their opponent's 22-yard line. I'm TJ Miracle. Welcome back. Flying solo today. Dawn Morgan on assignment. Brad Henderson unable to make it today. So I apologize in advance if the numbers are a little goofy, and I apologize for the camera being goofy. Evie Stuber in studio running the three-ring circus today. So on first down and 10 from the 22-yard line. Hand it, fake the handoff, and looking to pass, and out of the backfield it is Marquez at the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Pick up a 3 on Anson's second catch of the ball game. 2 catches, 16 yards, 277 through the air. Now for Wyatt. And they don't have to run another play if they don't want to. There's 7 seconds difference, play clock, game clock. And I have a feeling Lovington's just going to run this one out and go to the fourth quarter. They'll just keep it right here, and that is exactly what the Wildcats are going to do. As the clock expires on the third quarter, we head to the fourth of this semifinal matchup. Lovington 38, Silver 18. Back in a minute for the fourth quarter on Eagle 100.5 in the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, 12 minutes to decide who gets to compete for a state championship 1 week from today. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. The Wildcats will have it second down and 7 inside the Devon Energy red zone, moving from the left to the right. So second down and 7, Lovington football. Blitz coming as they will pitch it to Rivero, and just like they did first play of the game, Silver not falling for it that time though. And maybe getting back to the line was Rivero before he was hit and stacked up and stood up by Luke Sandoval and a number of Colts. So for Elijah, no gain on the play, and it'll be third down and 7. Cats leading by 3 touchdowns. That is important. They can afford to take as much time off the clock as they want to. They don't want to get out of rhythm, though, that they're trying to keep things going so slow. But important to convert here. First third down of the fourth quarter. Lovington leading by 20. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, tight end in the ballgame. Wyatt back to pass, comes underneath, has a man. That is Gonzalez, and he'll just step out of bounds inside the 10, down at the 8-yard line. So it'll be 11 yards to Cesar, and move the chains. First down, Cats. That'll be their 13th first down of the ballgame, and they will have it first and goal from the 8. Of course, the only bad thing is Cesar steps out, and that stops the clock with 11:08. But if you get points out of it, you'll trade 30 seconds for 6 points. So first and goal from the 8. 288 for Gomez through the air. Send Olguin out wide to the left side. Empty set in the backfield, waiting for it. They'll pitch it on the end around to DeMarcus Thompson to the 10, to the 5, and tripped up inside the 5-yard line. Only guy who could have gotten him was David Palomares, and he gets him by the shoestring, and going down was Thompson. It'll be a pickup inside the 5, down at the 3, so it'll be a pickup of 5. So it'll be second and goal from the 3. Cats trying to punch another one in and just going to milk the clock while they do it. 10.5 remaining in the ball game. Deep back is going to be Cameron Ochoa from the pistol formation. Wyatt Gomez is the quarterback. Wyatt with it. Hand it to Cameron, and he just runs into the teeth of the defense, and he's brought down by Sandoval and Palomares back at the 5. Cameron going to lose a couple of yards on the play. It'll be third and goal from the 5. Of course, this will be 4-down territory for the Wildcats, although you might want to think about doing another field goal here if you don't convert here on 3rd and goal from the 5, because that gets it up to 23 points, which means it's 3 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and an extra point, and there has been extra point problems today for Silver. You might want to think about taking the points. Hernandez did have the 31-yarder earlier. Send a man in motion from the left to the right. Looking to pass. Wyatt going to be flushed. Goes left side. We've got a flag on the play. We're going to have a hold. This one is coming back as Wyatt takes it into the corner of the end zone. But this one will be coming back on the hold. So Wyatt runs about 65 yards to take it 5 yards into the end zone, but I don't think it's going to stand. So let's see. And it will be holding on Lovington. So another penalty against the Cats, 95 penalty yards. So now it'll be 3rd and goal from the 15. I try and get the score bug to cooperate with me here. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line. Move it back out. 9:27 to go. It does stop the clock. So now is the time you would think about, if you can't get it in the end zone here, do you go ahead and attempt the field goal? And I think the answer to that is yes. So let's see what happens. Thompson and Rivero on the left side. Marquez and Gomez and Gonzalez on the right, and a false start as trying to get out for pass protection. Alex Rivera moves much too soon. So the Cats move the wrong way. So now it'll be 3rd and goal from the 20. And now you just need to get positive yards on this, because you're looking at a 37-yard field goal. If you don't get into the end zone here, Remy can certainly do 37. He did 36 a few, back at the end of the half, but so 3rd and goal from the 20 as the Cats moving the wrong way. Wyatt with it, rolls near side. Pressure comes from Sandoval. Looks, throws it across the middle to Rivero with the 10, and he gets blown up right there. Huge hit put on by Richard, but it'll be 10 yards to Rivero. He's got 29 yards. So it'll be 4th down and 10 now for the Wildcats, and I've got to think it's going to be field goal time. And, yep, the field goal unit will come out. So Remy Hernandez, the left-footed senior kicker, will attempt this one. Ball at the 11, so be a 27-yard attempt for Remy. He got a 36-yarder earlier. Now he's going to try from 27. So the 27-yard field goal attempt. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is no good as it goes wide to the left. So the field goal is no good. So the Cats come away empty on that long drive, and the score stays 38-18. And so it'll be Silver football from the spot at which the kick was made. So they'll take it out the 31, or rather the 21-yard line. They spotted at the 20. Don't think that's correct, but okay, nobody's barking. So 1st and 10 for Silver as they take over after Lovington comes up empty on that drive. Jaquez with a 4-receiver set, and whistle sounds, and the side judge is pointing. Pointing and raising his arm. Asking them to reset the play clock, and they do. Now Mendez going to bring in a last-second play and whisper it to Richard over on the far side in a 4-receiver set. So Jaquez trailing by 20. 8:34 remaining in the ballgame. Good snap, Jaquez with it. Back to pass, comes near side. Has Melendez across the 25 out to the 30 and wrestled out at the 35-yard line by Gutierrez and Olguin. 15 yards, and it'll be a 1st down as Melendez, his 4th catch of the day for 68 yards. 128 passing for Jaquez, and they're going to be moving pretty quickly. So a new set of downs from their own 35-yard line. Got out of bounds, and that stops the clock. Jaquez with it, back to pass, has time, goes far side, has a man, out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Richard going to be just a little bit shy, another 9-yard gain for him. He's got 70 yards on 9 catches, 137 through the air, 2nd down and 1. And yes, they are going to go into the hurry-up offense time now. 8 minutes remaining in the ballgame. High snap, Jaquez with it, wants it all, goes down the left side and overthrows his intended target Melendez as he was bracketed by Olguin and by Kamen Ochoa. Stops the clock, and it'll be 3rd down and 1. Well, a score update coming in from up in Texaco this afternoon. Late in the 4th quarter, the Texaco Wolverines have turned it on and are taking it to Lovington 42-7 late in that one. So Texaco getting revenge for their regular season loss. But right now, 3rd down and 1. Silver trying to keep their season alive. Jaquez with it. He'll keep it himself, and he'll be out near midfield before he is brought down by the Wildcats as Yippee-ki-yay write him down, Alex Rivera. So he's going to get 4 yards, and it'll be enough for the first down, 13th first down for the Silver Colts. From just shy of midfield, Jaquez empty set in the backfield, back to pass, comes near side and overthrows Melendez, and incomplete. Good pressure again from Olguin. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. So Silver with it from their own 49-yard line, 7.5 remaining in the ball game. They are going to have to move quickly. Lovington is content to let them keep stuff in the field, and if they can slow them down while they're at it, make them burn a lot of clock, they're good with that. Wildcats still with all 3 timeouts, Silver with 2. Empty set in the backfield, trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right this time. Now they'll put a man in motion. They'll hand it off to that motion man. That's Sandoval coming around the left side. He crosses into Wildcat territory and gets away from 1, gets away from 2. Can't get away from the 3rd one. Is holding on is Rivero. As Sandoval going to pick up 2 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 8. More important if you're the Wildcats as it keeps it in the field to play, and an official timeout called as Sandoval's slow to get up. We'll go ahead and move off of him. He is down near midfield. While we've got a moment with the injury, say a big thank you to all the good folks who make Wildcat playoff football possible, including Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Bob's Thriftway, Man Welding, Stonewall Field, Mexico University, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lasco Construction, Norley Hospital District, R360 IPS, and also New Mexico Junior College. So after the injury timeout, 3rd down and 8. Ball spotted just inside of Wildcat territory. Lovington up by 20. Silver trying to fight their way back into it as Sandoval helped off the far side of the field after he picked up the 2 yards. As soon as he clears the field, they will roll the clock. Twins left, Twins right. Low snap, it is handled. Back to pass. Jaquez with it, steps up. Going to come near side, and he'll stiff arm DeMarcus Thompson, but he's going to lose a couple of yards, so give DeMarcus credit for the sack. That'll be the 3rd sack of the ball game. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 9. And for Silver, there's no question they have got to go for it to make it 4th and 10, as it'll be back at the original line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 10. The whole game may hinge on this play right here. Twins left, Twins right. Jaquez from the shotgun. Good snap, handles it, has time, steps up, now pressured, rolls near side, comes and still looks, back, fires across his body, puts up the wounded duck, and overthrows everybody. His intended target incomplete, and it'll be Lovington football. 1st down and 10. As the Silver Colts, I think on that one, were just hoping, praying for another PI. Lovington would have taken a holding but didn't get it. Instead, they get the football back. So Wildcat football with 6:53 remaining in the ball game. 6:53 from punching their ticket into the next round. And Evie, just a quick note for you back in the studio. If you could maybe see if you could find out what the score is of the other semifinal game between Portales and Bloomfield. I'm sure our friends at KSCL up in Seminole are running, or rather up in Portales are running that. And the direct snap to Alec Olguin. Nowhere for Alec to go out of the Wildcat, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. Olguin on the carry loses a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 12. And again, just see if you can maybe find that out, find it online somewhere, or do what you can. See if you can get me some scores on that, and I'll try and keep my ears open for Chief Bridgeforth. I know he's getting the scores in from up there too. So it'll be 2nd down and 12, 6:15 remaining in the ball game. Split backs in the backfield. Hand it to Ochoa, and he goes the wrong way, but manages to run away from one, run away from two, gets away from another one, and finally is going to make positive yardage. It looked like he was going to be burned. Instead, he's going to wind up with an 8-yard gain. Ochoa, 8 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. He had to run a long way for that one, but it works. As whistles sound, we have an official timeout. Not sure what's going on here. The Wildcats not sure what's going on here either. They were ready to get up there and move the ball. So 3rd down and 4 as the white hat official pulls the Wildcats over to him and says something to him off the side judge who took the official timeout. So I don't know what their deal is. It's 3rd down and 4. I don't know what's going on this. So, all right, the Wildcats going to figure this one out. Again, this crew has done a very good job, and I appreciate them taking time to make sure everything is right. Sometimes they've gotten a little bit flag happy, but that's going to happen sometimes. So restart the clock, please. Ball is set, and they're in Lovington to move out, and they're going to send a couple of linemen back into the ball game. All right, so a couple of late subs coming in for Lovington. Brian Gallardo and Jaden Garcia checking into the ball game for the Wildcats on a 3rd down and 4. Now they will run the game clock. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go, and timeout taken by Lovington. Lovington, I think that's the right call. Just want to make sure everything is right after a long official timeout delay. All right, well, we're back in 30 seconds. Lovington leads 38-18. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Eagle 100.5. Back here at Wildcat Stadium out of the Lovington timeout, it is 3rd down and 4 for the Cats. They lead by 20 with 5:35 remaining in the ball game. Big 3rd down here for the Silver Colts. As the official comes over and extends the timeout, I don't know what these guys are doing, as they have turned this into an absolute snoozer. As they're waiting now, for some tape work to get finished. A little bit of tape repair on Jaden Bosquez's pants to get finished. So Jaden going to check out, or rather check back in for Brian Gallardo. So, all right. 3rd down and 4. We will play as they'll start the play clock. 5:35 to go in the ball game. 3rd down and 4 for the Wildcats. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, split backs in the backfield. Hand it off, and a nifty little hesitation move, and Alec Olguin squirts across the 40 down to the 36-yard line and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats. 7 carries, 39 yards for Alec Olguin, and that is a big one because it keeps the Lovington drive alive. And it starts really dimming the hope of the Colts of Silver. I said before this, Lovington and Silver have really slugged it out. 3rd consecutive year they've met in the playoffs. Last year, Silver getting the better of it in Silver 23-7. 2 years ago, here at the friendly confines, Lovington slugged out a 14-7 lead. Now they're slugging it out here today. A 20-point lead for Lovington. On the pitch, Olguin on the sweep, right side, 35, leaps over to the 30, inside the 30, and down to about the 27, 28-yard line. It'll all depend on the spot. Now he's inside the 30. Pata on the stop. They're going to give Alec 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 1. He stepped out, though, so it stops the clock at 4:51 to go. In your Lovington, you don't mind giving up a few seconds as long as you get points on the board. They did not. They did not convert their last time, but would like to do it. A score here would pretty much ice it. Anything can still happen if there's time on the clock, but a touchdown here pretty much puts the exclamation point on this one. As whistles sound, is Lovington not happy as Coach G having to take his 2nd timeout. We'll take it with him. 4:51 remaining in the ball game. Lovington 38 and Silver 18. We're back in a minute here on Eagle 100.5. Welcome back to Wildcat playoff football on a 2nd down and 1 out of the Wildcat timeout. From the 28-yard line, send a man in motion. That is Olguin. Handed off on the inside on the counter to Ochoa. He's inside the 20, down inside the 10, still on his feet inside the 5, and knocked down and ridden down from behind at the 3-yard line, 25 yards. Cameron Ochoa breaks off the big one, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats, looking for the capper on this one. 72 yards on 12 carries for Cameron Ochoa. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Lovington had it 1st and goal on the last drive, too, and wound up missing a field goal. After things went the wrong way, you've got to get points this time. From the 3-yard line, 1st and goal for the Wildcats. Ochoa and Olguin are the backs. Pitch it to Alec. High pitch, starts it left, cuts back right. Will get it to the 1-yard line before he is sliced down by a number of Colts, including Walter Woodward. It'll be a 2-yard gain for Alec. He's got 50 yards on 9 carries, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Lovington can afford to just take their time. Between the 1 and the 2, still 20 seconds on the play clock. Lovington just going to take as much time as they can. Now up to the line of scrimmage come the Wildcats. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Spread them out. Trips right, twins to the left from the middle of the field. Wildcat to Ochoa. Hit in the backfield. Pushes over the left side, and I think he is going to be short. Yep, they're going to give him about a half yard, but no more. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1 on the Wildcat to Ochoa. The clock going to continue to move. We'll be under 3 minutes to go when they snap this one. 3rd and goal from the 1. Silver still fighting as hard as they can. Got a final in the 2A final today as the Texaco Wolverines knock off the Eunice Cardinals 44-7. Thanks, Evie, for getting me that score. As Wyatt waits for it, barks it out, but Silver will jump. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll go from basically the 2-foot line to the 1-foot line. And we'll replay. A third and less than a yard to go. Third and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Ball right on the doorstep. Lovington going to go from the shotgun again and spread everybody out. Gomez is the quarterback. 3 receivers to the left side. He tries the hard count again. I don't know what Wyatt's thinking on this one. So he waits for it, moves up to the pistol, back to pass. Throws it into the middle, and Cesar Gonzalez between the D and the C from 1 yard out. Puts 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Cesar Gonzalez with his 9th catch of the day puts Lovington up 44-18 with the point after to come. 299 yards through the air for Wyatt Gomez, the point after to come. And 2:27 remaining in the ball game. That may be the touchdown that seals the deal for the Cats. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. With 2:27 remaining in the ball game, it is Lovington 44, Silver 45, Silver 18. Back in a minute. Wildcat playoff football continues on Eagle 100.5. The Wildcats put it into the end zone, 1 yard from Wyatt Gomez to Cesar Gonzalez. The point after is good, and the Cats just have to hang on for another 2 minutes and 27 seconds, and they will be heading on to the state championship game 1 week from today. As Hernandez will kick it off, that'll be a squibber. It'll be picked up on the bounce by the Colts, bringing it across the 15 to the 20. And out to the 25-yard line before that young man is swarmed under. Mateo Montoya on the return. And it'll be from the 25-yard line. They give him a pretty good spot there. 1st and 10 from the 25. Apparently there is a barn burner going on up at Greyhound Stadium. Portales trails 21-20 with a minute left to go in the ball game, but they have the ball on the Bloomfield goal line. So that one coming right down to the wire. So 45-18 though in this one, not nearly as close as that Portales Bloomfield affair. Of course, the winner of that game will take on the winner of this one, more than likely the Lovington Wildcats, unless the football miracle of all miracles happens. So from the shotgun, Portales, or rather Silver, going to keep fighting for it. As Jaquez wants it all, comes down the near side, and Melendez makes a huge leaping catch into Lovington territory down at the 44-yard line. So that's going to be 25, 30, 33 yards to Melendez, and they are moving 1st down and 10. So they're not going away. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go, as they got a big chunk of what they needed right there. Jaquez back to pass, has time. Hit as he lets it fly. Melendez overthrows him down at the 9, and ooh, he steps funny, and oh, you've got to be kidding. They are going to throw a flag for pass interference. He went down. Ball uncatchable, went down, was not touched. The turf monster is not an eligible defender. The Wildcat faithful not happy about it, and I'm not too sure about that one either, as that'll be the 6th PI against the Wildcats, and it'll be an automatic first down for the Colts. At this point, it's not going to matter. 15th first down of the ball game for Silver. There was no pass interference on that one. So I'll just leave it alone and leave it right there. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. After the penalty, move it inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Silver on the march. Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield. Now they're going to split. That man over into the right side, tight end position. Jaquez back to pass. Pressure comes, gets away from one, gets away from two. Comes to the near sideline, and he is going to be tackled on the near sideline after he picks up inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 for Jaquez. He's got 57 yards on 17 carries. Second down and 5. Wow, they're going to say he got out of bounds too. All right. Looks like his knee went down before he went out, but okay. So second down and 5, 1:49 remaining in the ball game. Waiting on the snap, Jaquez, who's played a whale of a ball game. Back to pass, steps up, throws it across the middle, and what, no pass interference? I mean, he had position on him. What, no pass interference just because he couldn't catch it? All right, I'll keep my mouth shut. 170 yards through the air for Jaquez. It'll be third down and 5 with 1:43 to go in the ball game. So from the 24-yard line, Colt football as they try and get this one a little closer, keep their season alive. Jaquez with Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield with him this time is Lucero. Waiting on it, back to pass. Jaquez looks, pressured, gets away from one, steps out of 2, spins away from a third one. Elon Clayton finally going to bring him down back at the 31-yard line. A flag on the play. And if I'm Lovington, I decline the hold and I take the sack, the 5th of the ball game. Clayton's 2nd of the ball game. I take the 6-yard loss and the loss of down. Jaquez, to his credit, he's fighting. He wants to keep this going as much as he can. And they're pointing towards Lovington. Are you kidding me? Personal foul, face mask on Lovington. That will wipe out the sack. And it is another penalty on Lovington, 130 penalty yards. That'll be the 16th first down for the Silver Colts, and that'll move them down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And a final in from Portales. Winner of this game takes on the Portales Rams as they win 28-21. As Portales knocks off Bloomfield, the number 1 team in the state. If Lovington can hang on to this one, it will be a rematch of the district championship, this time from the red turf. First and 10 from the 12. Jaquez back to pass. Guns it near side, and what, no pass interference? Incomplete. He was trying to get Melendez. So it'll be second down and 10 from the 12-yard line. So if the Wildcats hold on to win this one, we'll be going to Portales next Saturday afternoon from Greyhound Stadium. Looking forward to bringing you that one. The Cats back in the championship game for the 3rd time in 4 years. I count it as the 4th time in 5th, but rolling around, throwing it across the middle, and a knockaway at the last second. Great defense by Cesar Gonzalez to keep that one out of the hands of Richard. Incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 now from the 13-yard line, from the 12-yard line. It will be 4-down territory as the Cats at some point can take a deep breath and start thinking about taking on the Rams. The Rams, as we mentioned in the pregame show, all 4 of the teams left in the playoffs in 4A, all of them had a legitimate shot at being number 1. It may wind up being 2-4 and two teams out of the same district going at it. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Jaquez with it, rolls right side, throws across his body and into the end zone to Richard. Nice pass, and they decide that he caught it. It is the touchdown. So 45-24, 12 yards to Julian Richard. 7 catches, 82 receiving yards, 182 for Adden Jaquez, and the point after to come with 57 seconds remaining. Lovington leads by 21. There is no quit in this Colt squad for sure. So let's see if they go for 2 or if they'll kick the extra point. Yep, they're going to go for 2. They have had trouble with the point afters today. As Jaquez from the shotgun, empty set in the backfield. He'll get it, fade back, rolls near side, pressure comes, goes back across, throws across his body, and Richard in the back of the end zone will catch it for the 2-point conversion. So 45-26 the score. We've got less than a minute to play here in this 4A semifinal matchup. Wildcats leading 45-26 over the Silver Colts. Back in a minute on Z94 KZR, normal home, but today on Eagle 100.5. Welcome back to Wildcat Playoff Football here on Eagle 100.5 as the Silver Colts cap off a drive with a 12-yard touchdown from Jaquez to Richard. The point after is good, the 2-point conversion. And so they cut it down to a 45-26 lead for the Wildcats, and whistles sound as this ref crew has really kind of affected the flow of the game, especially at the ends of quarters here in this second half. Look for the onside kick for the Colts. They still have a pulse with under a minute to play. Oh, anything can happen as they will attempt the onside kick. They can't quite figure out where they want to get one of their guys. That's Angel Chacon. They finally settle him in over on that far side. And the onside kick, and DeMarcus Thompson is going to wind up with it as he and Elon Clayton run into each other, but DeMarcus will come up with it. So it'll be Wildcat football. They can go into victory formation and call it good. The Colts still with 2 timeouts. I got to think they would not use them. They might, though. Lovington, Portales. How many times have we called that game over the last so many years? So Lovington with a chance to go for their 3rd title in 4 years. And yes, I do count the bowl season as a state championship. Lovington will go for their 21st state title, and victory formation time as Wyatt will take it, kneel it down. He will have to do so one more time, as the Silver Colts not going to take the timeout. So it sets up an all-district 3-4A final with Lovington and Portales next Saturday afternoon from Greyhound Stadium. The number 2 versus the number 4 team in the state, and the number 1 and number 2 teams in this district, the 2 teams that for the most part were number 1 all season long in the coaches polls in 4A. So Wyatt will have to take one more kneel down. He will, and that will do it. And the Lovington Wildcats are victorious and will move on to the state title game as they win this one 45-26. 26 over the Silver Colts. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and come back and wrap this one up. Wildcat State Championship football continues in a moment on Eagle 100.5 and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. To your Wildcat postgame show here on Eagle 100.5 FM, 1110 AM, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and on HobbsAmerica.com. The Wildcats will move on to the 4A state title game 1 week from today as they knock off the Silver Colts 45-26. A quick final look at the numbers in this one. We'll start with the Colts. Adin Jaquez finishes up the afternoon 13-26, 182 through the air, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. That touchdown coming to Julian Richard late in the ballgame. Richard with 7 catches for 82 yards. Edgar Melendez was actually the leading receiver in the ballgame. He had 5 catches for 101 yards. On the ground, Jaquez led the way as he had 17 carries for 57 yards. He was sacked 5 times by the Wildcats. Cumulatively for Silver, 182 through the air, 75 on the ground, 157 total. They were flagged 6 times for 82 yards in the ball game, and they get 6 in the first, 6 in the second, 6 in the third, and 8 in the fourth. That's how they get to their 26 on the board. They did have 16 first downs in the ball game. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. Wyatt Gomez, a spectacular day, 21 of 23 for 299 yards. He throws 5 touchdowns and no interceptions. Cesar Gonzalez, 9 catches, 122 yards, 2 of them for touchdowns. DeMarcus Thompson, 6 catches for 116 yards, including 2 touchdowns. Another touchdown, the 5th one coming to Anson Marquez. That was actually the first touchdown of the ball game. On the ground, Cameron Ochoa, very workmanlike, 13 carries for 73 yards. Alec Olgain, 9 carries, 50 yards. Demarcus Thompson, 3 carries, 13 yards, and a rushing touchdown. 299 through the air, 131 on the ground, 430 total yards for the Wildcats in this one. They were flagged 13 times for 130 yards in the ballgame, but you're not going to worry about that because it still comes out like you want it in the end as the Wildcats victorious 45-26. So next up for the Lovington Wildcats will be next day afternoon. I'm betting it'll be a 1 o'clock start time. Might be a 3, but I'm betting it's a 1 o'clock. So if I'm not mistaken, we will be heading up to Portales and Greyhound Stadium for a rematch of the district title game. Lovington and Portales, of course, last time they met there for a state championship did not go the way of the Cats, but I have a feeling that the Cats are going to do everything they can to get it to go their way this time. So we'll be back in our normal place next Saturday on Z94 KZOR. Thanks to the Eagle 100.5 crew for letting us be here today. Also, I can tell you for 100% fact, we will not be allowed to video stream next week, but we will have the audio and the live scoreboard for you on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So we would certainly encourage you to tune into that. We do not charge you for a substandard product. We don't guarantee our product's any good, but you know when we've got it on that it'll be there. So, but no charge to listen to that game online next week from Portales. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one as the Wildcats punch their ticket back into the state championship round for the third time in 4 years with their victory today, 45-26 over the Silver Colts. Thanks for tuning in here on Eagle 100.5 KEJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com. For Brad Henderson, for Dawn Morgan, for Tiff and Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Stadium. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Broadcasting, Eagle 100.5 and KZOR Sports. Have a great weekend, everybody. Now we'll join Texas Tech football already in progress.